Good afternoon, my beautiful people. Welcome to JTraedz TV, where we discuss all stock-related contents and much more. Thank y'all so much for joining me. Let me know, guys, is everybody ready? FOMC meeting in about 30 minutes. We have earnings coming out today after the market close. We have Meta, Amazon, Google, and Microsoft, guys. So get ready. So guys, get ready for it. So right now, we did have had like almost like a little personal one-on-one this morning in Discord with some fellow traders of mine, which they were starting to understand how to read the markets a little bit better, and they had a blast. So I was glad that I was able to help out as much as I can, and we're calling out some good plays, good setups, and so far everything is good. For those who are not a member of my Patreon, guys, this is normally what I post. So I started going back to doing my normal. Pre-market breakdown. So this is what I posted this morning. Pretty much pre-market for Wednesday for the 29th. I broke down the price points on the long standpoint. If we was to break above that 712.39, your targeted areas was 713, 714.47, 715.38, and 716.67, which is your new 52-week high of day. On the short side, get that crack back underneath that 711.28. Targeted areas 1028, 710.28, 708.78, 705.76 down to that 702.28 low of day. Pattern that we did have set up that did present itself this morning. We did have a downtrend setup, pretty much like an inverted cup and handle pattern. And going to breaking down the economics, what's coming out, how to prepare yourself, and I do post out the economics. This morning we had durable goods, housing starting permits, international trading goods. And then last but not least, guys, we have the FOMC statements that's coming out at 2 o'clock in about good 30 minutes, followed by the FOMC press conference. Don't forget, guys, this is Jerome Powell's last conference before we wish him a farewell. And that's pretty much it that I had posted for the pre-market. So this is what you get once you sign up for the Patreon. I put out as much detailed information as I can. I put out the charts. I draw everything out from the patterns, price points that you need to look out for, targeted areas, from the supply zone, demand zones. I map out everything. So this is what you get when you sign up for Patreon. Try to make it as easy for you guys as much as I possibly can, and so forth. Other than that, and good afternoon, Taylor. Good afternoon, my beautiful queen, you. So we'll be waiting on that statement to come out. As far as the fellow traders that I was talking to earlier this morning, what price points that we need to be aware of, that we need to keep on watch. The question is, purple. I don't know. It's gonna be a tricky one because this is the last one. We don't. I'm gonna stick to purple. Purple. I'm gonna stick to purple. So, the main ones that's been on the rip today are run today, guys. AMD is back being the beast. Back to the top gainer. Based off of the watch list. As far as blue chips, AMD is in the top, followed by Amazon. So I have Amazon, and the reason why I have that listed here, that is one of the ones that's going to be coming out with earnings today. I do have a watch list for the potential companies that's going to be pushing. So I've just been watching the volatility, watching how they're setting up before the earnings come out. You have Amazon, Meta, Google, and Microsoft today. Tomorrow's Apple. AMD, like I said, we still have this continuation uptrend. Longs, you want to see a break above that 334 for that possible push up towards that 340 level. The targeted areas I have, I know it's kind of way up there. Those are the highs. I think that was Monday highs. If I'm not mistaken, I have to go back a little bit. I did mark them off for 353 up to, I had two specific targets on the upside. And 357.03. Now, those price points came from, I want to say that was, what day was this? That was the 24th. That had to be Friday. Yep, that's Fridays. Fridays going into that Sunday where we got that push up towards 3,457. Then coming into Monday, we had that dump on down. So this is why I have these two. I'm about to say three. This is why I have these two specific price points towards the upside. So definitely just keep that on watch. First key area, you want to get that break above that 334 for that push up to possible 336. So keep it on watch as we're still setting up in this ascending triangle pattern. AMD, we got more of a downtrend like setup versus an uptrend. Got more of an inverted cup as we're coming back on down underneath the 362s, back down to these key levels. So we did get a nice run up this morning. As high as 266. Once we hit that targeted level, we got that nice little pullback on down. Keep on watch, guys. AMD is about to hit its target area soon. Look for that 334. We want to see that 334 break. Definitely keep that on watch. If you bought in at around the 326, I mean, you made good profit going back up off this U-shaped pattern. Now the question is, will we get that break above 334, or will this be a double top? You know, second attempt and then pull back down. SPY. Gotta know everybody want to know. Our main targeted areas. I did call out, remember guys, one of the price points I called out on the downside was around that, remember, we lost it, we cracked underneath the 711. We had room to fall back down towards that 710.28, 710 itself. One of the target areas was right around that 708.78. We didn't get the full pullback all the way to it. We got close, but then buyers wound up stepping in, going for that possible for that bounce back to the upside. So the game plan with the longs are trying to get back above 710. They're trying to stay back in that bracket. They're trying to stay in between that range of 710, 712. So they get back above that 712.39 level. Basically this little U-shaped pattern back on up towards the upside, then that'll put them back in that range between 712 to 716, because 716.87, that is your new high of day, your new 52-week high. That'll put you back in this range. So you already know the buyers go. The buyers are trying to slowly U-shape their way back in that range. The only thing that's stopping them is that downtrend setup, 200-day moving average, and of course that 712.39. But once they get that break and that strong push towards the upside, I mean, look how much room and potential you have. Damn near $4 up from 712 towards that 716. So we're gonna see on, what type of impact we're gonna have as far as the, FOMC statements. As far as getting word on the interest rates, whether we're gonna be finally getting back down to that 2%, or will we remain pretty much neutral in the 3 to 3.5%. So we want to see what's basically going to be said as far as the statements, and then following that, we want to see what Uncle Jerome Powell is going to say, basically going forward. Right now, as far as AMD, guys, we did run up towards that 334, second attempt, little pullback, but we are still holding this ascending triangle pattern. So definitely keep this on watch to see, can we maintain the uptrend, stay within this wedge, and possibly go for that squeeze back up towards the upside, finally getting that 334 break. SPY, watch that 710. That's going to be key. Watch your 710. Now, if as I was telling Aussie, this is what I was talking about. Remember I told you I was going to show you during my live on my 15-minute time frame? This is the setup I had on my 15-minute time frame after taking off pre-market and post-market. So from Monday going into Tuesday, going into Wednesday, we had a downtrend setup, of course. So we know the main areas that we need to get back on top of. We need to get back above 710. See, last time we stayed on top of 710, we got that nice push back to the upside towards that 711 up to 712. And notice, guys, your psychological levels. Every time you run up to 712, pull back. 712, pull back. 712, pull back. And every time we enter around this little zone here, guys, right around that 708, 710-ish level, buy your step in. Buy your step in. Buy your step in. So keep that on watch to see if those buyers are going to try to maintain these bottoms and try to go for that reversal back to the upside. We already know what one of our targeted areas is, which is 712.39, because the goal is to get back in that range. Of 7, you can see right here, last time you got back on top of 712.39, you ran up as high as 715 up to 716. Remember, 716 was doing the was over the weekend, so it's not going to show up on here because this is all intraday. So our highest day is up right here towards my last red line. That's going to be 716.87. That is your new 52-week high. So longs, the goal is to reclaim that 710, stay above 710, go for that nice rotation back to the upside towards 711.28, up towards 712.39. Now the question is, as we do pull back that way, will we create a triple top, or will buyers actually break through this bad boy in that downtrend and stay in this range for the more, for the possible upside to build our way back up towards that 52-week high? So what we got left, guys? 20 minutes. So let me see if I can draw it out real quick. I got y'all on that. All right. So this is what we want to see. We want these buyers, which they already started to step in, already starting to buy in towards the 708, 710 levels. We want to see that nice rotation back on up. Take out 711.28 first, then up towards that targeted area of 712.39. You see on how powerful that price point is. Every time you hit, pull back. Every time you hit, pull back. Every time you hit, pull back. So we know that's going to be a strong resistance that we need to break above if we want to basically reverse it, go from resistance to support. If we can break above that price point, we want to turn that bad boy into support as we continue to push our way back up towards the 13s, 14s, 15s, and that 52-week high up towards 716.87. That's towards the upside. That'll break you out of the downtrend. That'll give you that clean reversal back to the upside towards the higher price points. That's on the long side. Short side, however, if things are bad, because I gotta speak about it on both sides of the fence. So if things are bad, you know, negative news comes out, you know, we don't get good news that we're anticipating, then if we do get a push, let's just say we do get, you know, we do get a little small push to the upside, we want to stay underneath that trend line, fall back underneath that 711, back down into the 710s, down to the 708s, take out this floor here, guys, for those lower price points down to 705 to 702, where we will continue the downtrend on the downside. So, as I stated right here, if we so happen to crack, oops, let me do that. If we so happen to crack that yellow line, which is that 708, this is where your true demand zone is at. Back down this way. We crack 708, 705, target 1, 702, target 2. Jay, why 702? Why around that level? Notice every time we came around that level, we bounced. Every time we came around that level, we bounced. So this held up as a good demand zone. Up here held up as a strong strong supply zone. And then notice, if we look at it from a bigger channel standpoint, you can see where your true bottoms are located, where your buys come in, and you can see where your true tops are located, where your sellers come in. So the question is, right here in this little range, which way are we gonna go? You know, will we get that push back up? Will buyers step back in and we reverse back to the upside, 712 up? Or will sellers come in and come for even a harder pull back down towards the 708 and back down to these lower areas where we'll fall back down into this range here. So the only thing that's stopping us or preventing us from going back down to the 705 to 702s is that 708. So notice every time you come around 708, bounce. 708, bounce. 708, bounce. So that floor is holding. But the minute we crack, then we'll be entering right back towards the 705s, possibly towards the 702s. So keep that on watch to see which way we're going to go. See what type of impact the FOMC statement is going to have towards the market, whether it's positive or negative, and we'll see where we go from there. Don't forget, guys, today we do have earnings coming out after the market close. We have 4 blue chip companies coming out. As I stated, we have Google, we have Amazon, we have Meta, and we have Microsoft. Tomorrow will be Apple. So just keep that in mind. So right now we're still fighting around the 710s. Short, stay underneath 710s for that pullback down to the 708. Take out that 708 floor. Put that pullback down to 705 to 702, which that will pull you back down into this demand zone this way. Longs, reclaim 710 for that reversal or that U-shaped pattern back up towards 711, up towards 712. This is going to be a strong resistance. This is going to be an area that we're going to definitely need to break. But if we can break above it, we'll be turning strong resistance into possible strong support. And not just that, that'll put you back in this range of 712 to 716, 52-week high. So keep that in mind. So as we get prepared for the FOMC meeting, earnings, depending on what you're looking at, just make sure if you are trading options or even shares, make sure you got everything rocking and rolling, especially for my option traders. Make sure you got your contracts in motion, you got your date set in motion, your strike prices and everything set in motion, and just make sure you're planning ahead of time and not doing the trade where you're missing out on opportunities. So right now would be the perfect time identifying yourself with these price points, setting up for a put, setting up for a call. Hell, set up 2 of them. Just depend on which way we go. At least you'll be set on one side and the other side. So keep that on watch for sure. Let's see how we're looking on these other ones. As far as blue chip, not blue chips, but our earnings. How are we looking on Apple? Apple 270s. Apple still climbing his way back on up. Still got this nice little uptrend towards the upside. Targeted area, you want to get that push back up towards that 72 to 73 level. We want to break above this 271 U-shaped pattern and go for that continuation push to the upside. Let's see, Meta. We got to get back above that 672.50, guys. 672.50 for that possible push up to 674 to 675. Google 350. We already know that's gonna be. We've been talking about that price point for I don't know how many days now. So we already didn't have that reversal toward the downside. Few traders, I told them, look out for that 356 as we got that push up towards the upside from 344 to 356 to look out for that possible strong resistance. And then from that area, you went from bullish to bearish. Notice that transition. So you already know what you need to get back on top of. 350 for that push up to 352 up to 356. Yeah, plus getting us back above the VWAP, 200-day moving average, and so forth. Microsoft 430. So definitely want to get that push up towards 426, 428, get us above that 200-day moving average for that possible target area of 430. So keep that on watch. Still keeping our eyes peeled on AMD. Still a top gainer, still a top dog as of now. Want to get that break above 334. So keep everything on watch, guys. Everything on watch. See where we go. Got about 14 minutes till the FOMC statements come out. Once it comes out, guys, I'm gonna make a copy of it. Now we'll be sending it over to Patreon, and I'll send it over to the Discord too. Hardware, what's up, my G? I'm gonna say my G. My G. I can't even talk right now. What's up, boss? Congratulations and shout out to you on your trades this morning. You, Hardware, y'all killed. Hardware. You and Primo killed it. Y'all killed it this morning, man. We was calling out them plays like crazy. So let's just see what the second half of the market and what this FOMC meeting and all this is gonna do with the market so far for the second half. You know, could we get our way back up to the upside towards the 712 plus, or will Uncle JP say something negative and we'll continue our way on down underneath 710s and get that drop, drop. So we'll see, guys. We got about 13 minutes. 13 minutes. Yeah, range is getting tight. Yep. So we're still fighting around the 710. 710 is key. And like I said, Hardware, if I go back to my 15-minute time frame, that we need that 710. We need 710 because last time they held that, they got that push up towards 712. 712.39 is going to be a strong resistance. Once they get above that price point and hold above that, then that'll put us back in that range of 712.39, back up towards that 52-week high of 716. That'll put us back in that range, $4 range. So that's why we need. So guys, we need to stay above 710. We need to take out 712, put us back in that range with room to push up towards the 716s. So we'll see on how Thursday and Friday is going to be panning out after this. So the question is on how we're going to come out of this channel. So if you take today's setup, guys, and yesterday's setup, is a range. Look at this. From yesterday, Tuesday, today, Wednesday, it's been in a 2-day range. So it's been consolidating. If y'all pay close attention to detail, it's been consolidating between the price points of 712.39 and at 708.78. So question is, are we gonna go for that U-shaped pattern breakout right above 712, or will we get that dump underneath 708 back on down towards the 705 to 702? So the question is on how we're gonna come out of this range, this 2-day range that we've been in. Breakout or crackdown? So that is the $1 million question. How are we gonna come out of this 2-day range right here between 712s, 708s? That is the question. Friday, Monday, up, and then after Monday, we dumped right on down Tuesday into Wednesday, creating a what? Downtrend setup. So keep that in mind. Keep in mind the setup that we have right in front of us. So that's why 710 is going to be very crucial. Very crucial. Underneath 710, yes, we could get more pullback down. 708s, back down this way. Above 710, we could look for a possible reversal back to the upside. 712, possibility. So look like buyers are trying to go for a push right above 710. That's going to be key. There you go. 710. Bam. We just talked about it. So next key level up, 711.28. 711.28 up to where? 712.39. So you got two specific targets. And Hardware, man, you talked about that this morning. Remember we talked about that 711.28 up to 711.50. So we talked about that this morning. So let me put target number 1 up to target number 2. So I got 2 targets, guys, here and here. So if those buys do catch fire, stay above 710, take out target number 1, then up to target number 2. Keep in mind, you got the 200-day moving average, trend line, and this strong resistance right here. So just keep that in mind. So it looks like they're trying to go for a nice rotation, a nice little transition back up, trying to go for a U-shaped pattern. But let's just see. Can they continue? That's the question. They're doing it now. But once 2 o'clock hit, will this continue? So gear up, guys. 10 minutes. 10 minutes. Make sure you have your trading plan set in motion. Make sure you have your contracts, your shares, everything in motion. Long 710 holds. If you're on the long side, we want to look for that possible push up towards 711 to 712. Shorts, you want to fall back underneath 710s, back down to the 708s and so forth. So at least y'all got the price points in mind. Y'all know what to look out for. We'll see, guys. We'll see. I'm ready. And I will post the FOMC statements once it is released to see on what updates we're going to have as far as the interest rates. What we want to see is back down to a 2%. Basically underneath 3%. That's definitely going to cause a nice little rally towards the upside. So we'll see. Question is, will we get it or will we be neutral? We'll see what JP gonna do. Especially with Trump pissing them off. I got you. But the one we talked about? The one we went over last time? Yeah, I got you. Gold. What was it? It was a... What was it again? What was the ticker? Why am I slipping? UUD. Oh, I got it. Found it. What is the... Where we at with gold? Yeah, I got it, boss. I got it. Let me go to forward chart. Let me bring this up. Wait for it to come up. Remember the areas we talked about. Look, remember that downtrend we talked about, Neff? Remember that? Let me close this out. Downtrend. Remember the areas that we talked about? We got underneath that 4,600 level. We're gonna fall back down towards the 50s. So right now, it look like it bounced off of 45.20 level. We want to get back above that 45.60. From 45.60s back up towards that 46. Because basically we want to create a U-shaped pattern back to the upside. Well, you know, we can prevent from falling even further. So look like between that 45.20 level and that 45.40 level is where buyers are trying to hold. So if those buyers can go for a strong push off of that 45.40 back up towards that 60 to 80, we definitely want to get that reversal and that climb back to the upside where we could come out of this downtrend setup. But if they lose that 45.40, then they will have room to possibly fall back down towards that 45.20. So right now it is still looking a little weak. I mean, you did have a nice little bounce to the upside, right back up to the upside as high as 45.60. But you kind of, okay, so put it like this. Think of a range. From that 45.20 bottoms to 45.60 tops and your 45.40 mid area. So in other words, as long as they can hold above the 45.40, you will have possible room to run back up toward the 45.60. If they lose the 45.40, then you'll have room to fall right back down to the 45.20. So right here, tops, mids, bottoms. That's your range. See the area that you can't break or having trouble breaking above? 45.60. See the area right here where you kind of in the mid area? 45.40. And down here where you bounced at? 45.20. So stay above that 45.40. You do have room to possibly push back to the upside. Below that 45.40, you will have room to fall right back down towards that 45.20 and continue the downtrend setup. So keep that in mind, boss. Yeah. So yeah, that 45.60 so far for the tops, 45.20 for the bottoms, and that 45.40 for the mid area. That 45.40 is gonna be like a pivot point. It's gonna act like it can act as support or resistance. Above that price point, that's gonna keep you in the upper range of 45.40 to 45.60. Below that price point is going to keep you in the lower range of 45.40 down to 45.20, where you will continue the downtrend on down. So keep those price points in mind. Chubb, what is man? And don't judge me. What is gold on as far as on our charts on TOS? What is it again? Is it GLD? Is that going to be the same? What is gold's ticker on TOS? Because I know it's differently on TOS. Is it GLD? Because I know here on TradingView is XAUUSD. What is it on? What is it on? Whatchamacallit, boss, on TOS? Ticker wise, I forgot what it was. Is it GLD? Let me see. Is it? No, hell no. Yeah, you see that, huh? Putting blood symbols. I see what Chubb doing. Chubb be one of them shorts bad. I mean, he had it earlier. I mean, one spot hit that 712, you drop. AMD, what was the price point you turned that on AMD? I know Google was 356. What was AMD's pullback? AMD was what? AMD was man, he had a little pullback from what, 34? Yeah, 34 all the way on down towards 20, 25, 26. What else do we? I mean, we had some nice little pullbacks, but we're going to see if he's going to get that bloodbath he's been asking for, depending on what's about to come out in about 5 minutes. So, we about to see, guys. So, buckle up. Get ready. We got 5 minutes till the statement comes out, guys. FOMC statement comes out 2 o'clock. We're going to see what type of volatility is about to take place. Will we get that squeeze up, or will we get that nice pull right back on down underneath the VWAP, back down to the 710s and down to 708s? So let's see. Will Chubb up? Guys, AMD 334. 334, we hit our targeted area right here, but we want to break and hold above 334 because we want to be able to get that push up towards the 340s and so forth. We want to turn this bad boy into support and continue the uptrend. So buyers, you need to get above that 334, turn that bad boy into support for that continuation push towards the upside of 340. Shorts, stay below 334, creating another, basically topping them out and reverse it on them back down to the 332s, down to 330s, possibly all the way down to the 326 when you'll come back down to these bottoms. Right now, AMD is still. Wait, why I got two? I just realized I both had AMD. Ain't nobody told me nothing either. All right, there we go. I was wondering, I'm like, say, why do both charts look the same? I ain't changed my ticker. My bad. My fault, guys. Got too many damn charts on this play. My fault. Ah, come on. AMD, how we looking on you? We know that. Let me see. I'm sorry, not AMD. Amazon. Amazon, we know that's going to be one of the earnings coming out today. Still just want to see if they're going to pick their way back on up. 264 to 266. We know that's going to be the breakout area, 266. From 266, we want to see that push up towards 268 to 270. But the breakout zone that we need, guys, 266. AMD, 334. SPY, stay on top of 710. What else we got? Amazon. No, not Amazon. Meta, stay above 670. Google, need 350. Apple, need to stay above 270. Tesla, 370, 250 up to that 375. But we already know the main price points we need is going to be 380, 385. Microsoft 430 and Nvidia, we're going to need to get it back above 210 for that push up to 212. So I already know the numbers by heart. I'm just, when you see these things on an everyday basis, you just get used to them. All right, guys, 2 minutes, 2 minutes, 2 minutes. Let's see what is about to happen. Are we about to get a nice rally up or are we coming back down? What's about to happen in about 2 minutes? Uh-oh. And then 230, what is Uncle JP going to say? That's what I'm waiting on. I want to see what he's going to say, especially knowing this is last conference. It's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting. All right, AMD so far, trying to get on top, trying to hold on top of that 334. Like I said, longs, you want to close on top of 334, turn some resistance into support, but a continuation push to the upside, 336, 338, up to that 340. So next level up, guys, look for that 336. Look for 336 to 338. It's going to be your next targeted areas. Towards the upside as long as AMD. And AMD has been a beast for 2 weeks. Bad boy's been just on beast mode right now. Damn, look good. By the time I set my alert, we're about damn near $1 away from it. That bad boy is getting ready to squeeze already. SPY, look at that. Guys, watch it. 710, 710, 28. Those are going to be your key levels for the upside. Hold that level for that push back to the towards that 711, 712. All right, guys, about 30 seconds in, and I'm gonna put it up here towards 340. I'm gonna give you more of a challenge. 340. I feel like it's too close. They may squeeze right up to it. Cause the way that's setting up, look like they about to squeeze right towards that 340. Got about 20 seconds, guys. Here we go. Here we go. SPY, stay on top of 710, but that push back up towards 711 and 712. Or we get that U-shape pattern. Here we go, guys. 10 seconds. Y'all ready? In a matter of 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, let go. What we got? What we got? What we got? Are we gonna push? Are we pulling? Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Pulling, pulling, pulling. Let's see. Can buyers hold? Stay above 710. Create a bear trap and reverse it. Let's see. Let's see. Pulling. Let me see. Here we go. 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 Put them back. 710. 710. Watch your 710 levels, guys. Short, stay underneath 710. Buy, stay above 710. Put that push back up. Watch your 710 level. Longs, you need to stay above this price point. Shorts, you need to take it out. Look like I see a little bit of buying pressure stepping in. Keep it on watch. Let me check the update on it. Did they release it yet? Let me see what they say. Got it. What did they say? The committee speaks to achieve maximum employment and inflation rate at 2% over a long. No, so damn. All right, so let's see. Solid plays, job gains. Job gains have remained low on average, and the unemployment rate has. I'll bring it over here so y'all can see it too. So far. Oh shoot, I was wondering what that was. I'm about to say what the hell. So right here, guys, new issued statement. Recent indicators suggest that the economic activity has been expanding at a solid pace. Job gains have remained low on average, and the unemployment rate has been little change in recent months. Inflation is elevated, in part reflecting and recent increase in global energy prices. The committee, what is it? The committee seeks to achieve maximum employment and inflation at a rate at 2% over a longer run. Development in the Middle East are contributing to a higher level in uncertainty about the economic outlook. The committee is attentive to risks to both sides in a dual mandate. In support, the committee decided to maintain the target range in the federal funds at 3.5% down. So nope. Nope. Let's see. They don't sound like no 2%. Let's see how it's about to affect the market. I'm about to put this out for the patrons and everybody else. I'm about to put the statement out for you guys. I'm gonna put the link. Let me get that ready. So in other words, they still haven't met that 2% yet. With all that being said, that's what they're saying. Still haven't hit that 2% yet. So let me go ahead and get this set up. Let me go ahead and copy this so I can put that in the Patreon. And let's see. I'm trying to. I hope it don't mess my live stream up. I need to press this button. All right, cool. Cause I need to screenshot this so I can have that saved in the folder real quick. Yep, that ain't good. That ain't good. Oops. Let me press release, Federal Reserve. Go ahead and put this statement out and ready for you guys. All right, have that saved and ready. All right. All right. Data. Oh, FOMC. Where's my FOMC? Oh, there we go. Fed statement. All right. He got what he wanted. he got what he wanted. I can't even knock that. I can't knock it. He called it. So right now, pulling back, guys. Right now, SPY's back underneath 710. So that wasn't good news. That wasn't good news for those who don't know. That means we still haven't hit our target of the 2% as far as the interest rates. So they still in talks. So no positive news on that. So for those who don't know, we still haven't hit that mark, that 2% mark as far as the interest rates. So now it look like they seem like they boosted it up. So it seemed like the interest rate went up. Well, that ain't good. Well, back on down we go. So guys, look for that possible pullback down towards that 708. Also, we may hit that mark we was talking about. Oh, cold-blooded, Chell, don't do that. You messy. You messy. You messy. Damn, instigator. So guys, look like we may be setting up for a possible bear flag. Keep it on watch, possible bear flag. Why did my Chubb is messy. Chubb is messy. Straight instigator. Straight instigator. Let's see. All right, let me post up the FOMC meeting for the chat and everything. Let me go back. Cold-blooded. It's so cold-blooded. All right, let me see for today's. Oh, go back. Press release for today's date to the 29th. There we go. Put out the link. I will be posting it to Patreon first. Then I'll move over to everything else. I'm just posting up the statements. Statement. Might just copy the whole statement and post it too as well. And I might as well. Yep, I'm gonna post out the whole entire thing. So, all right, guys, it is on Patreon. I have posted it for my Patreon members for the FOMC. Where's my folder at? All right, there we go. FOMC statement, FOMC for the 29th. I'll make sure I got everything up to date on that one. All right, cool, and save. All right, Patreon, y'all have it. Patreon members, I sent it to you guys. So y'all have it. Oh, wait. Hold Hold on. Did I put it? I just realized that. Do I have a time set on it? Look like a bear flag, guys. Look like a bear flag pattern. Back underneath 710. Next level underneath that, guys. Watch it 709.50. We want to stay underneath 709.50 for that pullback down to 708. Watch that level. Watch that level. Watch that level. Stay underneath that 709.50. Stay underneath 710. So let's see. Let me edit this. Why I didn't post immediately? I must have a date set for this or something. It ain't post immediately. What date did I have set for this? 145. Oh, that's why. Let me turn that off and just send it automatically. That's why I need to send it. There we go. Should be on the Patreon now. I forgot I had a date set on it. A timer, I mean. So there go the statement, guys. I put the statement out. Statement is out on Patreon. Got that for my Patreon members. Do. So you guys are good to go. All right. Let me see what CNBC and them saying as well. What are they saying? Guys, watch for that next candle on down. We're looking for that my target on the downside. I'm looking for that 708.78. 708.78. 708.78. Want to go back down to those bottoms. I'm just trying to check the news to see what they're saying. Stock slides as oil prices jump. Fed leaves rates the same. So nothing has changed, guys. And that is from CNBC. So right here. Boom. Stock slide on all as oil jump and Fed leaves rate the same. So, and I can post out this little article too as well. What did they say? Comparison. March. So what the next meeting? Let me see. Policy meeting in March. Oh, that was this year, March. I'm just trying to see if I can see anything else. Committee seeks to achieve maximum employment and inflation at the rate of 2% over a longer run. So that means they haven't reached it yet. So pretty much the same stuff we've seen before. Same exact thing. All right. So nothing. No change. No change. So as far as the interest rates, guys, no change. So look for that possible pullback down towards that 708. That's going to be target number one. We got three targets. We got 708, 78 on the downside. And then we get that strong crack through, guys. For that possible next leg down towards that 705. Let's see, can we get this crack through this floor here first? That's going to be target number one. Let me go ahead and put my alert for target number two. That'd be 705.76. 705.76. Where we at right now? Oh, we almost to my target. Almost to my target, guys. Oh. Did it hit it? What was that? Oh, that's NVIDIA. My target hit on NVIDIA, 208. Back on down. It ain't hit SPY just yet, but it's coming. Right here. There you go. There you go. Awesome. We finally got it. Target 708.78, baby. Look, got it. Let's see. Hit it. Hit it. Hit it. Bam. It hit it. Finally. Finally. And then we cracked that. Next leg on down. So look for that possible next leg on down, guys. Underneath this 708.78. Look for that possible next leg down. Let's keep this on watch. Make sure we're going to stay underneath this floor and get that pullback. Remember we were talking about that in Discord, right? I told you it was going to hit that target. I told you. I told you it was going to hit that target. I told you. It was coming. All we had to do was wait to see what was going to be said on the FOMC meeting, on the statements. Now we're going to have to see what Jerome Powell going to be saying from this point on. I mean, really nothing else to say. I mean, they already made it clear they haven't hit the target. So, really nothing else to talk about. Really nothing else to talk about. So, let's go to the 15-minute time frame and see if we see anything different real quick. 15-minute time frame. Yep. Crack underneath that 708. That'll put you back down to this lower range. Your demand zone is all the way back down into the 705, 702s. Right here where we had this strong bounce at, guys. These double bottoms. So, again, get that strong crack on these 708. You do have room to fall all the way down to the 705-ish areas, down to the 702 if that bad boy continues to sell off. So, bam, 708. Watch that level. Close underneath. Want to go for that next leg down that way. So, we called it. That's crazy. We called that. Called it. We just had to wait for the damn statements to come out. Finally got it, though. What was that price point? Was that 28 or 20? That's 28, I think. I can't see the damn line. What you call it? Nowhere. I can't see nothing. What was that price level? 28, right? Yep, 28. So I got it. I got the right target. So, bam. Yes, IWM. I'm about to check it, Queen. I'm about to check it. I'm sorry. I was trying to get everything else situated. AMD, you back underneath that 334. Back down. Amazon 264. I am the IWM. How we looking on that one real quick? Watch these. Watch your areas, guys. Like I said, shorts. We want to fall back underneath that price point. But as we do go back on up, let's see, can we trap those buyers underneath 709.50 to 710? Because we want those areas to turn into resistance. And then go for that continuation pullback. So, let me see. Look down. Look for your next target down towards 270. Look for your next target down towards 270 if that sell-off continues. So, yeah, because where we at right now? 270.62. So we want to see that pullback down towards 270. SPY, watch that price point we just talked about. See how they holding? Watch that level. We want to go for that next leg underneath 708. So we want to go for the next leg down, enter into the lower range of 708 to 705. That'll be your next range down that way. So watch these floors. Watch these floors. Shorts, you want to take that out, take that floor away from those buyers. Down this way. Buyers, you want to hold this bad boy for that possible pushback up to 710s to the possible 711s. But keep in mind, you are underneath 710s. Remember when we talk about those natural numbers, 1s, 5, 10s, just like in the penny stocks. So keep in mind, don't matter if it has a 7 in front of it, a 6 in front of it, your key number is 10. Key number is 10. Watch this. DJs right now, yeah. I'm watching it right here, the boss, to see if they're going to try to hold it and push. Or is it going to be a bull trap where they're going to pull them right back down? How we looking on VIX right now, though? What VIX doing? Because VIX should have pushed in. Where we at on VIX? Oh, 19. We still need that $19 mark. But we do have a nice little bullish setup. So the range that we're in right now with VIX, guys, if that 1880 can hold, we want to see that reversal back up towards 19 plus. To see can we get a continuation push, because you already got two strong green candles. I want to see can this third candle here that's red flip back to the upside. Again, we want to get back above $19 for that push to the upside. So that means that if VIX can bounce off of this 1880 back up towards 19 and break through 19, SPY should continue to fall back on down. So watch this 1880 on VIX to see can buys hold and go for that push back up to $19 plus. If that happens, we should get a crack below that 708.78 on down. So it looks like, where we at? Where did we bounce? It's a price point that's equivalent to SPY's bottom. So I'm gonna just say 19. We just need 19 breakout. If we can break above 19 up, SPY should crack below that 708 back down this way. So I'm gonna just say VIX $19 top is equivalent to SPY's 708 bottoms. So that's what we'll just say that. We'll just round it. We'll round it off. Make it make sense. Let's see. Got no Queen just text me. Let's see what she said. I'm going to lose my mind. What happened? She not sleeping. I'm so sleepy. The gel not working for her no more. Oh yeah, it's probably because her teeth busting through them gums. Probably irritating a little bit more. Oh, that's probably why. Starting to teeth. She's teething right now. So let's see, guys. Can we get a possible bear flag pattern set up on one, and can we get a bull flag pattern set up on the other one? So let's just see what we get. So we want to watch these little mini areas towards 709.50 to 710. I can't talk right now. I'm so tired. All right, let's see. So we want to stay underneath 709, pull it back down to 708, and go for that continuation. Can we get a two-legged pullback? We already got leg number one. Then we in this consolidated mode, and then can we trap them and go for the next leg down? So we want to crack underneath. Let's see. Seeing a little bounce back up. Let's see. 708. Remember, guys, as long as these bottoms hold, the buyers maintain this area. So watch this. We want to crack. We want to go for that next leg down if those sellers have it. Because it looked like it's setting up for a bear flag pattern. And like I said, you're already underneath 709.50 and already underneath 710. So we want to start to trap them as they go back on up. We want to create some type of bull trap them, and then reverse it back down for that next leg down. Because you already got leg number one. We want to consolidate and then go for leg number 2. So let's see, can we do it? Let's see what's about to happen. Between 709.50 and 710. Watch your 709.50 right now as we pushing up to it. Let's see. Let's see what buyer's about to do. We are on the upside. Move. They okay. They talk you into it. So hardware. So we want to break through that 709.50 back up to 710 without getting without getting caught in a bull trap. So we want to go for a strong push back to the upside. We want a strong, nice reversal back up, especially back above 710. That's definitely gonna be key. 710 is definitely gonna be key. Definitely key, boss. Definitely key. Want to see that nice strong U-shaped pattern, nice red to green move back up, but watch your 709.50 and 710 where sellers may try to come in and try to block them. So watch those two specific areas to see, can they break out or will they get stuffed right here and then flip the right back on down. I would love to take Chubb to lunch. Oh God, them two sweaty fight like brothers. I mean, Chubb got what he wanted at the beginning, though. The only thing that's stopping him from continuing on down is that 708. If he can crack 708, then yeah, we will continue to fall back down to those areas. But 708, buyers going to try to hold. But sellers may have moved down towards the 710s to 709.50. So let's see what these sellers going to come in at or try to block the buyers. In order to avoid it, I mean, buyers going to have to go for a strong push. Strong push. Especially back above 710. They get back above 710, they go turn. As soon as I say it, I swear, the minute I always say something, they do it. It never fail. I was just about to say they need a strong push back up towards 710. And it's like every time I say something, it moves. I swear. Also, you notice that the minute I say something, it's like it reacts. So let's see. Right now, they are above 709.50. That's one. Then they need to especially get that close right above 710. 710 to be next. That's the main key. 710 for sure. So if we can get that candle to try to close at, put it like this. If we can get this candle, the second candle here, guys, to close at above 710, it's going to help that next candle out because you're building up stairways. You're building up higher, low, higher, low. If this candle closes underneath 710, it's going to put more stress on that third candle. That means they're going to have to go for a stronger push. But if this one can close above 710, once that next candle comes out, it's going to be welcome to support at 710 where you can continue on up. But if this candle closes underneath 710, the one that we're in right now, that third candle is going to be welcome to 710 resistance. So instead of being above it, it's going to be underneath it. That means that the third candle is going to have to go for even a harder push. So right now we got about what? 1 minute? So 1 minute. Can we get this candle to get back on top of 710, or will we fall back below? Because remember, the key areas right now is your 710s and 709.50. You're already above 709.50, but we definitely want to get above 710. Because you can see where your sellers are trying to come in at. They're trying to pull them back down underneath 710s, back down to that 709.50. You can see what the sellers are doing. You can definitely see. Now, if they do that, if they succeed, I'm just saying, if they succeed in pulling that bad boy back underneath 709.50, that bear flag could commence because 709.50 gonna go back to resistance and they're gonna be hammering those buyers right here. But if those sellers can try to hold in between these two, they'll have some type of chance of trying to get it back up. So watch to see how this candle's about to close. Watch the 709.50. Watch 709.50 in about 4 seconds. They like to get a little minor gap up right here. All right, a little minor gap up. 709.50. Okay. So now you're in between 709.50, 710. See, it would have helped them out a lot if they would have got this candle to close up towards 710. Because like I told you, due to the fact that this candle couldn't close above it, it's gonna put a lot of stress on this candle. That means that the buyer's gonna have to go for an even stronger push. They're gonna have to go for a stronger push on that third candle. Stronger push. Because 710 is gonna be a beast. 710 is definitely gonna be a beast. Got about 10 minutes, guys, to draw on power. Let me start getting the YouTube videos and everything up. Let me go to YouTube and get ready for his statements to see what's gonna happen, how the market is gonna be impacted on that. Let me see. FO. Do I got a Federal Reserve saved? I should. I see AP, but let me see. Watch it, guys. Watch this. 710 and 710.28. Watch these two areas up here. Watch these two areas up here. See where your VWAP is at, right? 710.28. Right here on my second line up. Right here. So watch in between 710, 710.28. Watch those two specific areas. Because like I said, the goal, buys, we need to get back above 710 for sure. Because you want to go from the single digits back into the double digits. And remember, 710 is going to be a natural level. It's going to be a natural level. Hardware, grow my child, grow. Not if Trump gonna try to stop it. Trump gonna try to come in and pull it back down again. Let me see. I know I got the Federal Reserve saved on my subscribe list. Where is it at? I know I got it saved somewhere. Federal Reserve. I'm trying to look on my list. I know I had it saved somewhere. Federal Reserve. Where are you at? I know I got you in, huh? Let me go to Feds. I know I had it saved. Alright, it's Federal Reserve. I'm subscribed to it. Yeah, I am subscribed to it. So why the hell is it not showing it? Alright, I got it right here. Go right here, guys. Alright, let's get ready soon. Let me see. Get everything set up in motion. Alright. Do like we always do. Get our... Move this over. Let's see. SPY, move you over a little bit. And then see what he has to talk about. We'll see what's going to be on the agenda for. Trying to stretch it out big enough so we can see the whole screen. Oh, there we go. That'd be good. Right now. That'd be fine. Alright, cool. As long as we can still see SPY. I see upper shadow, 710. Upper shadow starting to get hammered. Sellers are at that 710 level, guys. This is the level that buyers need to get on top of. You don't want to get caught. I mean, you don't want them to set up a bull trap where they're trapping these buys. That's why we need a strong push to the upside. Need that strong catapult. Need that strong push. Other than that, sellers going to start to pile in right around this 710.28, 710 level to try to prevent them buyers from breaking out. That's why buyers, we need to go for a strong push to the upside to avoid that. So... We'll see. Oh, let me turn off. We'll turn off the music right now. We don't need that right now until we see him. I say Jerome Powell gonna have a purple tie. I think so. I think Uncle AMD back above 136. AMD. Oh, there you go. So hit my target, other target 136. So back above 134. Got it up to 136. So AMD has reclaimed itself. Held the 134s. Push this way back up. It's like AMD is just, no matter what SPY doing, it's like he's doing his own thing. AMD has always been a beast, though. AMD's definitely been a dog. Been a dog since last week. It's been like the main one. So the one of the main target areas, guys, for AMD, we're anticipating this see can we get that push towards 340 level. So that'll give you what, a $6 push from 334 to 340. So as you go up, watch between that 338, 340. What was I looking for? Oh, AMD. I want to see the contracts on it. My fault. Contracts. Because I know they banked on that one today. For sure. Because I'm looking at the spreads from 35 cents to $1.37. One at 60 cents to $2.30. So they had some nice movements on them. And that bad boy's still moving. Long as you, like I said, long as you holding above 34. Still have room to push to the upside. As long as you stay above that price point. Still have room to fill this little space up that way. SPY look like we starting to curl a little bit. Underneath that 710. Now sellers are trying to move them down to that 709.50. So watch that 709.50. Because they couldn't get above 210 yet. So they're still holding up a strong resistance. Now sellers are trying to move them down to that 709.50. So if they can successfully hit them, create that 709.50 resistance, you already know sellers are going to try to move back down towards that 708, 78. Because their goal is to take out this floor. And you do have a little bear flag pattern setting up. Somewhat of a little bear flag pattern setting up. So buyers, you got to maintain 709.50 to 710. That's the only way to save that play. Other than that, them sellers going to continue to drag you down. And that bear flag is going to commence because you already got two engulfing candles. If you merge these two together, you'll get one engulfing red candle followed by a little flag right here. So, and as you notice, where you getting stepped at? 709.50. So, keep that on watch. Keep it on watch. Where we at right now? How many minutes? Oh, we just started this candle. Got about, what, 4 minutes on this count? No, not 4 minutes. Got about what, 3? Almost 3 minutes. Almost 3 minutes. So watch this. Watch him now. So now, guys, you back in this range in between 709.50 tops, back down to that 708.78 level, and you are still building lower highs, still creating a downtrend setup. See that? High, lower high, still have like this downtrend setup. So buyers, again, you're gonna have to go for a strong push. You're gonna have to go for a strong push to get out of this setup. Because other than that, more drops could be coming. See, more pullback could be taking place. So just keep that in mind. I mean, we still got a downtrend set up even from this morning. Look at this. Still have a downtrend. Still have a downtrend. That's why we got to go for a strong reversal back above 710. So buyers, do what you got to do. Other than that, more pullback could be on its way. Just letting you guys know. What we got left? 3 minutes for the meeting. 3 minutes. I still say purple tie. Though. Still say purple tie at this point. Still think we're going to see a purple tie on Uncle JP. AMD, guys, we're still above that 336. Again, look for your next possible targets up to 338 to 340. That bad boy still on the uptrend, just still coasting. Don't matter what SPY and all the rest of them doing. AMD is doing his own thing right now. AMD is still coasting. I do see a bull flag. A bear flag on the 15-minute time frame still too. So right underneath that 409.50. So watch that level, 409.50. If we gap down, they're trying to aim this way. Because your buyers can hold. They try to get above 710, couldn't hold it. Right back underneath 710. Fell all the way down to right around that 708, 78. Because we know where those true bottoms are located. We know the true bottom is all the way back down towards 705, 702. That's the only thing that stops you from dropping is this price point right here. Because you lose that 708, 78, right back in this demand zone. All the way back down this way. So the only thing that's preventing you right now from falling all the way back down, this price point right here. It's like them buyers are trying to hold this area strong as hell. But if those sellers come in aggressive and go for that hard pull, I'm just telling you what to prepare for if that happens. If we go for a hard pullback, we get a huge engulfing candle on the downside. I'm telling you, just prepare. But we'll keep on watch. Slowly, could be seeing a possible little gap down, back down towards the 709s. Little gap down. Second red candle. In about 20 seconds. Still pulling back. A little gap down this way. Where we at right now? 709.20-ish. 5 seconds, guys. 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, turn music off. Let's get ready. Still say Uncle JP is going to have a purple tie. All right, guys, let's see what he say. Let's see on how the market is going, how it's going to affect the market as he speaks. Let's see what's about to happen. Keep it on watch. I got my volume up. Waiting on him to take place. I say purple tie. I say perp. Continue to watch the market, guys. Still pulling back down. Second red candle. Let's see if that second red candle is going to try to go through that 708. Let's see if that second candle crashes through that, more pullback is coming. Gear up. Watch this candle. See how this one is about to close. Keep it on watch. going to be interesting. Let's see. Let's see what we get. Here we go. Pulling. There we go. Second candle. Second red candle. Trying to go underneath that 708.78. Watch it. Watch it. Watch it. Watch it. Let's see what's about to happen. This is about to be very interesting. I guess Chubb won that one again. I guess Chubb won that one again. I mean, I saw the bull flag pattern setting up. I mean, I alerted you guys. So you can't say I didn't alert y'all on that. I told y'all be mindful of that bull flag pattern. I mean, a bear flag pattern. Purple time! Is it purple? Yup! Ha! Called it. Called it. All right, here we go, guys.
Good afternoon. My colleagues and I remain squarely focused on achieving our dual mandate goals of maximum employment and stable prices for the benefit of the American people. The U.S. economy has been expanding at a solid pace. While job gains have remained low, the unemployment rate has been little changed in recent months. Inflation has moved up and is elevated, in part reflecting the recent increase in global energy prices. Today, the FOMC decided to leave our policy rate unchanged.
So no 2%.
We see the current stance of monetary policy as appropriate to promote progress toward our maximum employment and 2% inflation goals. Developments in the Middle East are contributing to a high level of uncertainty about the economic outlook.
Watch your level, guys. Watch your level.
To risks to both sides of our dual mandate. I'll have more to say about monetary policy after briefly reviewing economic developments. Recent indicators suggest that economic activity has been expanding at a solid pace. Consumer spending has been resilient, and business fixed investment has continued to expand at a brisk pace. In contrast, activity in the housing sector has remained weak. In the labor market, the unemployment rate was 4.3%.
Watch your bottoms, guys. Watch it. Watch it. See what's about to happen.
Job gains have remained low. A good part of the slowing in the pace of the job growth over the past year reflects a decline in the growth of the labor force due to lower immigration and labor force participation, though labor demand has clearly softened as well. Other indicators, including job openings, layoffs, hiring, and nominal wage growth, generally show little change in recent months. Inflation has moved up recently and is elevated relative to our 2% longer run goal. Estimates based on the Consumer Price Index and other data indicate that total PCE prices rose 3.5% over the 12 months ending in March, boosted by the significant rise in global oil prices that has resulted from the conflict in the Middle East. Excluding the volatile food and energy categories, core PCE prices rose 3.2% over the 12 months ending in March. This relatively high rate largely reflects the effects of tariffs on prices in the goods sector. Near-term measures of inflation expectations have risen this year, likely because of the substantial rise in oil prices. Most measures of longer-term expectations remain consistent with our 2% inflation goal. Our monetary policy actions are guided by our dual mandate to promote maximum employment and stable prices for the American people. At today's meeting, the committee decided to maintain the target range for the federal funds rate at 3.5 to 3.75%. The economic outlook remains highly uncertain, and the conflict in the Middle East has added to this uncertainty. In the near term, higher energy prices will push up overall inflation. Beyond that, the scope and duration of potential effects on the economy remain unclear, as does the future course of the conflict itself. We will continue to monitor the risks to both sides of our dual mandate. We are well positioned to determine the extent and timing of additional adjustments to our policy rate based on the incoming data, the evolving outlook, and the balance of risks. Monetary policy is not on a preset course, and we will make our decisions on a meeting-by-meeting basis. This is my last press conference as chair, and I will close with a few thoughts. First, I want to congratulate Kevin Warsh on his advancement out of the Senate Banking Committee this morning. This is an important step forward, and I wish him well as that process continues. The Federal Reserve exists for one fundamental purpose: to foster the economic conditions in which American families and businesses can thrive. Stable prices, a strong job market, and a financial system they can depend on. Every decision we make, whether about interest rates or regulatory and supervisory matters or other issues, is made in service of that purpose.
Watch it 70950, guys. 70950.
Decisions reflect the collective judgment of the Board of Governors and the Federal Open Market Committee, colleagues who demonstrate analytical.
And I'll be right back. Restroom. I'll go to the restroom. Be right back.
Genuine commitment to the public interest. Our collaborative and deliberative process has long reflected a shared commitment to finding common ground in service to our mission. This institution is resilient. The remaining steps in this process carefully.
Watch your level, guys. Looks like a big bull trap. Possible bull trap, guys.
Interest of the institution and the people we serve. After my term as chair ends on May 15, I will continue to serve as a governor for a period of time to be determined. I plan to keep a low profile as a governor. There's only ever one chair of the Federal Reserve Board.
Watch this range right here, guys. Watch this range.
Confirmed and sworn in, he will be that chair. Once sworn in as board chair, his new colleagues will elect him to chair the FOMC as well.
Oh, excuse me.
As I regularly point out from this podium, our success in delivering our goals matters for all Americans. I'm confident that the Fed will continue to do its work with objectivity, integrity, and a deep commitment to serve the American people. Thank you, and I look forward to your questions.
Shout out to Mike.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Appreciate the kind words about the press. Often doesn't come from the podium in different places, but appreciate that. Can you talk about what is gone into your decision to remain on the board? What kind of criteria are you weighing, and how long might you stay?
Remember, longs, key level.
So, my concern is really about the series of legal attacks on the Fed, which threaten our ability to conduct monetary policy without considering political factors. And I want to note here, this has nothing whatever to do with verbal criticism by elected officials. I've never suggested that such verbal criticism is a problem, and neither has anyone else here. But these legal actions by the administration are unprecedented in our 113-year history, and there are ongoing threats of additional such actions. I worry that these attacks are battering the institution and putting at risk the thing that really matters to the public, which is the ability to conduct monetary policy without taking into consideration political factors. It is so important for our economy, for the people that we serve, that they can depend over time on a central bank that operates that way, free of political influence. It's part of the absolute foundation of this amazing economy that we have. It's just one of the many reasons why the U.S. economy is the envy of the world. That piece of an institutional architecture separates successful countries from unsuccessful countries. It is extremely important, not for the people who work at the Fed at any given time, but for the people that we serve, that the Fed remain able to conduct monetary policy in a way that doesn't get pulled into politics, trying to help or hurt any particular politician or political party. It's critical for the people that we serve. In terms of when I would leave, I will leave when I think it's appropriate to do so. Was that all your questions, or was that?
No, I just have a follow-up, which is, what would you say to the criticism that by remaining on the board, you're actually taking a political act and denying President Trump the majority of the board, which as president he would have if you left?
I don't see that at all. As I mentioned, I'm literally staying because of the actions that have been taken. I had long planned to be retiring, and the things that have happened really in the last 3 months have I think left me no choice but to stay until I see them through.
Watch your bottoms, guys. Buys are still holding.
In addition, I don't see how this will interfere. My intention is not to interfere. You know, I was a governor for almost 6 years, and the tradition is at the Fed that governors who understand how difficult the role of chair is, and as a soon-to-be former chair, I do understand how hard it is to get consensus with 19 strong-minded people.
Still got AMD going up, guys. Dollar away from my target, 38.
Be heard, but also collaborate with the chair and try to support the chair when you can. When you can't, you can't. And I think that's the attitude that people generally take, and that's the attitude that I'll take.
Nick.
Chair Powell, if I could ask about the inflation outlook. In March, you described the standard practice of looking through energy shocks as conditional on inflation expectations staying anchored. Since that meeting, there has been very little progress reopening key energy trade corridors. Can you help us understand how the inflation outlook has changed in the intermeeting period, beginning with the prospects for tariff pass-through resolving on the timeline that you had outlined in March, before getting to the energy shock that is now on top?
So, you know, I would look at it this way. For a long time, we've been working on the hypothesis, really, that tariffs would lead to a one-time price increase and that would go away over time. In other words, that there would be no further change, so measured inflation wouldn't reflect that higher level going up more and more. And it's time for that to happen. You know, we really do expect that to be happening in the next 2 quarters. So we'll be watching very carefully to see that what we've thought all along would happen. That's the kind of critical part of the forecast. We need to really see that. With energy, it's so hard to say. I mentioned, you know, in sort of the textbook, you would look through an oil shock because they tend to be short-lived and they tend to revert. And monetary policy works with long and variable lags, so you wouldn't necessarily react right away. I think that is all the more true given that we're several years above 2% inflation and that we're already looking through the tariff shock. So I think we're going to be very cautious about that. But the question about looking through energy really is not in front of us right now. It hasn't even peaked yet. And I think we'd want to see the backside of that and progress on tariffs before we even thought about reducing rates.
So if I could follow up, the statement today preserves language that has taken on some meaning as it was socialized when the committee was actively lowering rates. Why is that easing bias still ripe, given how different the inflation outlook is now versus a meeting or two ago? And what more would have to happen for it to get evicted?
So that was, as you will recall, we had a discussion about that at the last meeting. We talked about it in the press conference after the March meeting. We had the same today. We had quite a vigorous discussion about that very issue and the guidance, and is it still appropriate and that kind of thing.
What's that level, guys? Keep on watch. Keep on watch.
A number of people on the committee who either could support that
708, 78.
change,
Keep on watch. Keep on watch.
to a more neutral stance so that a hike is as likely as a cut. That number has increased over the intermeeting period, and it's easy to see why. I mean, it's a good question, right? You see, inflation has moved up over the interim a bit. Core inflation's 3.2, albeit.
Once we crack that price point, boss, I mean, we should be getting that pullback down towards the 7, even down possibly towards the 705s.
The Gulf, and we don't know how much that will be. We're going to need to see. So it makes all.
Here we go, guys. Let's see.
Look at that, and we'd have a vigorous discussion.
Right now, they're going to be closing underneath. Going to be gapping down.
I think all of those people.
Underneath 708, 78, guys. Back on, now that bad boy turned to resistance.
The majority of the committee did not want to do that, and I didn't think we needed to do it at this meeting. It really was just a question of why do we need to do that now? You know, we have so much to learn. There's so much uncertainty about the path ahead. There doesn't need to be any rush to make that decision now because, you know, what happens in the next 30, 60 days, even by the next meeting, could really change the picture around that language. So, you know, it's a much closer thing on the committee than it was in March, and you know that makes all the sense in the world, it seems to me.
Claire.
So Claire Jones, Financial Times. Just going back to this issue of the easing bias.
Yeah, we just gotta just stay underneath that 708, 78 primo.
When it comes terms of the benchmark.
And we get that continuation sell-off and that continuation downtrend. That's that pivot point we got to get rid of.
6 weeks from now, what would be your best guess as to whether the easing bias will still be in the
If they can create a trap and flip it, I mean, it'd be good.
I wouldn't want to guess. You know, well, first of all, we're going to have
Because you notice right now, guys, you don't have consecutive candles in a row. It's green, red, green. So it's a battle right here. We're not even. What we want to see on this candle, we want to see a bull trap and a reversal. Because we want to get a second red. Damn, as soon as I say it, every time. Let me see if they're gonna flip it. Oh, let me see if they're gonna flip it.
That's where I am. I get it though. You know, at a certain point.
Let me see if we flip it. We want to see if we want to go down. We want this candle to be red candle number 2. Red candle number 2. We need that flip underneath this price point.
And on the dot plots, what would your advice to him be?
Got to get this bad. So basically, we want those sellers to create a bull trap and flip it back down underneath that price point, where we can get that continuation sell off this way. But watch this pivot point. Watch this area. Above it, buyers. Below it, sellers.
Communications it's very complex, and you know, you can always be looking at new things. And if that happens, feels like it's going to happen, that's a completely appropriate thing.
Hi, Chair Powell, dealing with actions.
Remember, guys, watch your 709.50.
In touch with incoming Chairman Warsh. To what extent is this a normal transition process?
It's like a little battle right here. Right in this little range, it's like a little battle. 708.78, 709.50. Buyers need to break above 709.50 for that push up to 710. Sellers need to take that, take the 708.78 down, out, back down to the 705s. So let's see how we're gonna come out of this range right here. Yeah, it's a back and forth battle right now, Queen. I mean, but you're still building lower highs. Don't get it wrong. Those sellers need to come in aggressive if they have it, and again set up a bull trap, and pull back. If not, the buyers gonna keep piling in right here. Because the buyers cause as long as that area is hold, more buyers are gonna step in and try to hold that floor up. More and more buyers are gonna pile in right here, because they see that area is not getting taken out.
Hi, thanks for taking our question.
So let's see.
I'd like to ask a question about your tenure, and Chris Rugaber at Associated Press. During your tenure as chair, you often spoke about how disadvantaged.
So let's see how we're gonna come out of this little range right here, guys. Buyers need to get above 709.50 to 710. Sellers stay underneath 709.50. Take out the 708.78 for that move back down.
The pandemic inflation spike that followed will make future.
So let's see, guys. It's tight. Let me see if I can see a wedge somewhere. Let's see if I can find a wedge.
I don't know the answer to that.
I mean, I can try. It's gonna be a little tight area right here. Very tight. But again, above this price point, the buyers have it. Below this price point, the sellers have it. Keep that in mind. It's gonna be a very little crucial area. That's like a little pivot point. That's gonna separate you from falling back down that way and going back this way. Off of this price point alone right here. See how more buyers are starting to see that opportunity that this area is holding up strong? Is giving them more confidence. They see that 708, 78 holding. More buyers are starting to pile in right here.
The income spectrum, including companies, were, you know, setting up in.
If sellers have it, they need to create a trap. They need to come in strong and yank them. But watch, if buyers have it, they're gonna re-break right through that 709.50, back up towards that 710.
Of course, I think anybody would love to get back to that.
Getting tight. Let's see who about to win this one. Getting tighter and tighter. I mean, AMD still going up, damn near towards 338.
Anyway, related to overweighting the employment.
VIX back underneath 718.80.
That happened essentially very, very.
See right now, look, let's see what the buyers did. They gapped up on top of 709.50 again. See that? They got right back on top of it. So they went from the 708.78 back on top of the 709.50. They trying to build their way back up toward that 710. That's what I'm telling you guys. Watch this level. Be careful and watch this level right here. I told you that this area is going to be very crucial. Very, very crucial. So it seemed like more buyers stepped in right around that area. Between the 708, 709. Because buyers are trying to go for the 710s. Because that's the area that they need. That's their key area. 710, 710.28. They get back above it, room to push up towards 711 plus.
Super overheated and tight, and
Here we go, guys. My alert about to go off. AMD 338. 338. Right by it. 5 cents. Shout out to my AMD traders on the long side. 338. $2 more towards that 340.
I'm waiting for that.
Did I say 238? 338 to 340.
It's appropriate to do so.
We got VIX pulling back down. SPY going back up. VIX fell right back underneath that 1880. With possible room to fall back down to that 1850. So look like buys are piling in right here, guys, at this 708, 78. They piling in right now. Look, you can see it on the 15-minute time frame. Hold on.
Even absent the war, because inflation was not coming down fast enough.
Come on. Hurry up.
Is there any sense?
Sorry to block the. I'm just showing y'all real quick. Hold on. I'm on 15-minute time frame.
Just a setup to sort of,
All right, right here, guys. See the range?
people that you're
Look right here.
worried about the war impacts.
So
Bottoms. Bottom. Double bottom. Double bottoms. Trying to now reverse their way back up and rotate back to the upside. Bottoms held. 708, 78. Trying to reverse back up towards the 709. Well, 710s.
people are not saying we need
Towards the 711s.
question of, you know,
They're aiming for 710, 720, 710, 28. That's what they're trying to go for.
what are markets doing?
But mainly, the main thing, 710. 710 is going to be very crucial for the buyers.
Fair question.
710.
These changes, there is, it's a form of forward guidance, and you don't want to make them in a way that will be sustained and continue to make sense, and not something you need to take back. I'm
gonna take this. I'm gonna take this little downtrend off. We don't need that right now.
A group of us
So you already know where your bottoms is. Where the bottom, where your buyers are holding.
that markets are not
Sellers
confused about our
are trying to keep them underneath
problem to solve.
710. They're trying their hardest to keep them underneath it. But if those buyers go for a strong push, they're gonna go through that 710. They're gonna go through it.
And it came out
They're gonna go through it, possibly back up towards that open. They're gonna blow right through these two up this way. Where they're gonna go for a possible indicator gap fill. From these indicators up this way.
Criticism that does come from elected officials, and you've got a lot of critics who have faulted the Fed for being too slow in 2021 with inflation. Are you worried about,
Especially the more he keeps talking.
under all of this, is
The
that
more he keeps talking.
you want to stay on?
not driving my thinking now. I mean, monetary policy is going to get made by 19 people.
And like I said, for shorts,
There's a lot of stability.
keep those buyers underneath 710 and yank them back down towards the 709.50s, back down towards the 708 78s. You want to take that floor. This is your main floor you need to take out if you want them to get back in this lower demand zone.
And you have to, your job is
So
to
sellers, you need to
create
protect
consensus,
these areas
to
here.
talk to them, understand them, be inside their
Real
thinking,
quick.
and be able to pull
Excuse
them
me.
together and get consensus and move.
You need to
And
protect
that's-
this and this.
that's what
Sellers,
every Fed chair has to do.
those are your areas you
I
need to
think
protect.
Kevin Warsh
Keep
is
them underneath it.
actually quite well. He has the capabilities, skills to be very good at that, I would think. So I think I'm not so worried about that process.
So sellers, this is your area to protect.
Work itself out.
Buyers, this is your area to protect for the moment. Right now.
Howard Schneider with
Buyers,
You mentioned,
sellers.
Staying on as a governor, you intend to keep a low profile. I'm just wondering if you could give us a little more detail on what that looks like and how you can. Touche. Walk down the steps. What that looks like, and particularly around the policy discussion, how you're able to have your intervention and not be a shadow chair and not have a kind of an outsized influence over the process.
Yeah, that's just something I would never do. The shadow chair thing. I don't know what the exact specifics of it will be, but I'm going back to being a governor. I respect the role of chair. I was a chair. I was a governor for 6 years, and I know what that's like. I know it, and I had a pretty front row seat particularly with.
All right, see right here, guys. Buyers now trying to move, now trying to utilize the 709.50. They went from the 708, 78. Now they're trying to move on top of 79.50. See how they slowly trying to build that way back up, trying to create like a higher low. There you go, bam. There you go. They're trying to go. They're trying to break through that 710 for that pushback up here towards that open and that 200-day moving average. That's what the buyers are trying to do. So let's see if they're going to go for that squeeze up. Let's see if they're going to do it. They already protected the bottoms, 708, 78. Now they're trying to rotate their way back up this way. Let's see if they're going to go for that push.
relationships with people and work with them and then put something forward that has consensus. And
Shorts, again, shorts, you want to hold them underneath.
In that process, really out of respect for the office.
You don't want them breaking through. They break through, they're going up for these higher price points.
As a soon-to-be governor, how do you see the risks of oil prices bleeding into core inflation in coming weeks? Because that was, it seems like the commentary that was coming from particularly some of the Reserve Bank presidents, they were elevating concerns about the bleed into core. And, you know, here we are with 3 cents now. What do you see as the prospect of a core inflation?
You know, those prospects are real. Remember, though,
Keep, like I said, shorts, keep trapping them. Keep trapping them. But if they push, they're going for target number 1 and then target number 2 towards the upside. Look like they're trying to prepare for a squeeze. That's what it looks like they're doing. Because look at this candle. Candle closing right above 710. They're trying to go for, look like they're trying to go for a squeeze. They're trying to. So just be, shorts, be mindful of that. They're building higher lows. They're going from one price point to the to the next on the upside. Now they're above. Now they're trying to hold above 710. One of their key price points. 710. Break through that 728. Trying to go for that 711. So shorts, be mindful of that. They may try to go for a squeeze. They may try to go for a push. Keep it on watch. If they break through that 710.28, they're gonna try to go for that push up. There you go. See? Keep it on watch. Keep it on watch. Keep it on watch. Because again, look like they're trying to go for an indicator gap fill from these 3 indicators up towards here. Oh, my bad.
We always said when we were doing quarterly press conferences, we always said we can move at any meeting, but we only ever moved at the quarterly.
Now, if you can keep them underneath that 710.28, trap them, you can reverse it on them. Keep stalling them out, block them, and then start to pull back this way. But if they break through, they can turn this into support and then continue to push to the upside. Keep that in mind.
Whether that has to remain that way, I don't know. I mean, it's just something.
They slowly building their way back up, guys. Slowly building back up. Slowly building. Slowly building.
I mean, I try to deliver a message on behalf.
Watch the 710.28 now.
18 other people going out and delivering their message.
And boom, 710.28. They're trying to go up towards that open and at 711. As I told you, they're gonna try to squeeze up. There you go. I told you. Excuse me. I told you. They're gonna try to squeeze it. Squeeze it to the upside.
You wanted and what prevented action, any action on those changes.
So yeah, I'm not going to go into the real small specifics.
What time it is? 1 minute left. Especially if they close on top of here. Gonna be another support right here. Slowly building from support to support. They just slowly climbing their way up. Slowly, slowly. Got a nice U-shaped pattern, guys, right here. Red to green. Right back up to these highs right here. Right back here.
We didn't really do as much.
I would have taken that mofo. That's why. That's hardware. That's why I was telling everybody to watch that 708.78 to see if it was going to successfully crack through it, or what those buyers going to hold it. They wind up holding it and then reversed it. I told you guys. Remember, I had that price point in yellow. I told you that was that pivot point. I told you to watch that 708.78 and to see if they're going to get right back on top of 709.50 to 710 to 710.28, and they reversed it. I say, look, they may go for a possible indicator gap fill up towards these indicators, up this way. The open, 711, and up towards that 200-day moving average, and that is going to be the alert towards the upside. My first alert right here, guys, 711.28. And they did it. I told y'all what to look out for.
Thank you. Colby Smith with the New York Times.
So just keep it in mind.
About hikes. Are we right to assume that the hawkish
so guys, alert number 1, 711.28.
Just extends the pause in rate cuts?
Yeah, Chubb, all because the sellers couldn't keep those buys underneath that 708.28 level. That 708.78, I'm sorry. And watch, and I'll go back to my 15-minute time frame and show you. See, watch.
The unemployment rate has ticked lower. Inflation was moving sideways even before the war and is now moving higher.
That's what I was telling you. That's why we needed that level taken out. Right about where you at? 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 Right here. That pivot point. That's why I was telling you guys, this is the only thing that was stopping you from dropping all the way back down to this demand zone with this price point here. That's why I told you guys, keep it on watch. That's why we needed to close underneath that. Other than that, that was a demand zone right here. Demand right here where these buyers are holding for that possible reversal. That's why I told you to watch that 708, 78.
On how things evolve, and that's really where it is.
Now their goal is to get back up towards that 711. If they can go for a stronger push, they're going for that 712, 39. From 711, 28 to that 712, 39. So you got two specific targets on the upside.
Inflation as this conflict drags on.
I mean, look at the buying momentum, guys. Look at this. Look at these candles. Look at these candles.
The fact that
You're back above the main price point that we talked about, 710. So now 710 is a floor. And now even if they pull back, they could be setting up a bad trap right here now, because now you got the indicators working with you. Because even if they pull back, they got the 9 MA, 20 MA, 50 SMA, VWAP. That's all piling up right here. They can hold up as a strong support now, as a strong safety net. And also could create a bull flag pattern towards the upside. So be mindful of that. That's why I was telling y'all, watch that price point right here.
If this goes on for much longer and prices go much higher, then we'll feel that much more. And of course, I'm talking about aggregate inflation numbers. We're very well aware that people are experiencing higher gas prices all over the country now.
So keep on watch, guys. They may try to set up for a bull flag pattern now. They'll pull back, try to create some type of bear trap, and then try to reverse it back up. Let's see what they do. Let's see what they do. They may try to set up for a possible bear trap now, because now they're above all those price points that the bears were using. Now they flipped it. So now, instead of a bull trap, they could be setting up for a bear trap. So as this pulling back, they may be trapping these shorts that's about to be trying to get in right here in these levels where they're going to try to trap them. Let's see.
Do you think that we're at the neutral rate? Why or why not?
Let's see if they're going to set up a bear trap coming in right now on this fake pullback. Let's see. Because you got to keep in mind, now they back above 710, and all your indicators are underneath you now. So let's see. Could they be setting up a bear trap where they're going to trap those shorts and reverse it right back up, try to create like a short squeeze? Because that'll be your next leg up if they do so. Because you got one leg right here, consolidation, where they're going to try to trap these shorts and then try to reverse it for the next leg up to go for a harder push. So let's see if that's what they're going to try to do. Excuse me.
Meaningfully restrictive, maybe mildly restrictive or neutral, I would say.
And I want to follow up on some of the other questions about your future a little bit.
Because you got to keep in mind, now you got the VWAP working with you. See that? They pull back to the VWAP. So now you're going from the bearish side of the VWAP to now the bullish side of the VWAP. Now the VWAP can act as a support line. So not only are you going to have that 710.28, you're going to have your VWAP, double support, for a possible push for that next candle up. Gap fill towards the upside, 711 up to 711.50-ish. That'll be your first target right here, 711.28 on the upside.
We had the pandemic, we had the invasion of Ukraine, we had tariffs.
So let's see if they're going to go for that push for this candle here, either this one or the next one. Let's see which one they're going to do. But look like that's their goal, is to go for that push up real quick. Keep it on watch. Because you already got VIX falling. Fell back underneath 1850, falling back down this way. So you already know, VIX goes down, SPY goes up. So look like they setting up that bear trap. Look like they trapped those shorts, the ones that jumped in late. Look like they trapping them, trying to trap them right around that 1028-ish level, and around that VWAP. So let's see. So they gapped up. Let's see. Let's see if they're gonna try to set up another one, another bear trap now down toward the 710s.
That would be surprising, and I think it's
if that's what they're doing, they're gonna do a fake out pullback, buy back up right above that 710.28, and then try to reverse it. Let's see if that's what they're doing. Let me see if that's what they're doing. If they're gonna set up one more bear trap, another one, real quick.
Are you confident that Kevin Warsh will stand up to political pressure from President Trump?
So he testified very strongly to that effect in his hearing.
So keep on watch, guys. Let's see if they're going to try to set up one more bear trap. Let's see. Because if they're going to do it, they're going to have to get back above that 710.28. So you should, if that's their goal, you should start to see a lower shadow in the body of the candle go right back above that price point. So let's see. They're going to try to create some type of traps right around that 710-ish area. Where more buyers are going to try to step in and, again, trap all these shorts. So let's see if that's what they're going to do. If they have it, they should be buying it back up, trapping those shorts, and reversing it. Let's see. Let's see if they're going to survive this pullback and go right back up. Let's see. Let's see.
So it's a question whether spending.
If that's the game plan, if that's what the buyers said, if that's what their game plan is, set up another bad trap.
It's not. The answer isn't obvious.
Let's see. Let's see. They got to get back above 710.28.
Whether you should move your rate over because of that, we'll have to see how it evolves.
Can't make this up. You can't make this up. Bad trap. Down towards the 710s. Bought back up. Body the candle. Back on top of what price point? 710.28. There go your bad trap. Told you. Let's see. It's like you get so used to the bull. Like you just get used to it. So now that they created the trap, they didn't caught all those shorts down here. Trying to flip that bad boy back up. You just get used to this crowd, man. You get used to it.
It's to a significant extent, it is the law, and
Remember what I told you? If they was gonna set up a bear trap, what was gonna possibly be the game plan? They was gonna do a fake out pullback, get those shorts to step in, all the ones late, buy back up. You're gonna see a lower shadow, body up the candle, get back on top of 710.28, and then try to reverse it. Hey, ain't it what it's doing?
So part of it is the law, but
I called it. I told y'all.
There's a boundary.
I told y'all.
The Fed and the administration.
Get so used to those traps now. I didn't got because after getting caught in so many of those being stupid, you start to just sit back and understand what they're doing. You start to think like them. So I'm like, okay, I see what you're doing. I see what you're doing. So right now, guys, so far look like they set the trap up. So watch that 710.28 to see if they're gonna try to kind of like bottom it out. They're gonna try to bottom it out. Just keep that on watch. Watch this price point, and you got the VWAP helping too. So watch this level right here to see if they're gonna bottom out. Where they're gonna create those pullback failures right across the board. Right here, 710.28, and then try to reverse it. Let's just see what's gonna happen right here. If they're gonna pursue it, just watch. I knew they was gonna do something right here in this area. I knew they was gonna do some type of trap right here. Jay, how you knew that? Well, because I seen a possible bull flag setting up. Normally on bull flag setups and you do the pullbacks, they set up for bad traps because they're trying to go for the next leg up. So there's two things they're doing when they pulling back. When they pulling back, more buyers are stepping in. When they pulling back, they're trapping those shorts. They're trapping the puts to reverse it back to the upside. So, and look what's happening. Why would I lie to y'all? Why would I lie to y'all? See? Why would I lie to y'all? You get used. I told you, get used to that crap. It's fun to see that though. It's fun to see it, especially when you're not caught in it. You're not caught in those bad traps. I mean, vice versa. Even on the downside, same exact thing. But I mean, you can clearly see a bull flag pattern. I mean, look at this. Got an engulfing green candle, and you already know the price points that the buyers needed that we talked about. We needed what? 710. Remember, I told you 710 was going to be key. I said from 710, you got 710.28. I said as they pulling back, they're going to utilize 710.28 down to 710, create a fake out pullback. They're going to trap the shorts, buy back up, get back above 710.28, and reverse it. Why would I lie? One good question about the economy and the war or AI employment issues. Yeah, but like I said, I'm good at spotting patterns. I'm good at spotting setups. Because I used to be one of those traders that used to get caught in those. And I had to learn from my mistakes. Now that I can think like them, because that was one thing I had to do. I don't mean to pause it, but I'm just telling you guys what I did and how I learned. So I used to be one of these type of people. They'd be like, oh man, the market pulling back. Oh, I'm about to go in for puts. But oh wow, the answer is right there in my face that you already had an engulfing green candle and you're above the VWAP. You're above these psychological levels, guys. Why do you think I put my line in place? I don't put my line in place for the fun of it. These are psychological levels, and Primo and Hardware can vouch to this. Guys, people don't realize These are psychological levels that get replayed over and over and over and over. It don't matter whether it's on the downside. It don't matter whether it's on the upside, guys. Those price points are going to still be in effect until you get away from them. It don't matter, again, on the downside when you pull back underneath them. On the upside when you reuse them. Didn't I not say they were setting up for a bull flag pattern? Possibly setting up for a two-legged pull-up towards what? 711, right here where that target price point is, and that 200-day moving average. Did I not break down the setup right here as we were pulling back? I say, guys, look for a possible setup. Look for a possible trap. If everything goes according to plan, they're going to do a fake out breakout. They're going to pull back down to 710. They're going to trap some shorts. They out there from 710. We want to see them buy back up 710.28. From that price point, they should be trying to go for the next leg up. Didn't they not do it? Didn't they not do it? And did I change my price points? No. These are the same exact price points I dealt with beginning of the market. It's this, guys, I never changed my price points. These are areas that I've been using since last week. Those areas are psychological levels that traders are going to repeat and replay off of every single time until you break into a new zone. We already had these areas around the 710, 711s. That's the area that they dealt with on the downside and now back on the upside. All they did was just take the trapped, the bearish setup that worked for the bears or the shorts on the downside. All they're doing now is reversing it now, using it to the upside. Same exact prices. It's psychological price points that replays itself over and over. You just have to understand the direction. You have to understand the pattern. When we came on down, what areas did I tell you to watch out for as Jerome Powell was speaking? I said, guys, watch your 708.78. Watch your 708.78. Watch your 708.78. I said the only thing that's preventing you from falling down to the 705s and 702s is that 708.78. If the buyers can hold it, guys, what did I say? I said above that price point, the buyers have it. Below that price point, the sellers have it, right? What did we get back on top of? 708.78, right? What did the buyers do? I said, okay, now the buyers are holding. The next level that they want to get on top of, 709. You remember, I put my price point right here. I said your next level up is 709.50. I said from 709.50, now you want to get above the main key price point, which is 710. Jay, why 710? Because you're going from the single digits to the double digits. There's no difference when you're trading in a penny stock. What is your strongest price points when you're crossing over from the pennies now into the dollar zone? $1, natural area. $5, natural area. $10, natural area, and so forth. The only difference is with a penny stock and spying them is just a number added in front of those original numbers. You have 710, 715, 720. You still have those key numbers right behind that. Ones, 5s, 10s, and so forth. He said, oh, I would take my money. All right. Guys, look. And where my target is, 711.28, right? I said if the buyers have it, what's going to be your first target? Where are we at? I said we have room to push up to where? The open and that targeted area, 711.28. We push up to that level, man. Y'all got to give me my props. I called it out from start to finish. From the bottoms, as we climbed on up, from the bear traps to the targeted price point, I called it from start to finish. Y'all got to give me my props, man. I guided y'all from here to here to here to where we at right now. I got it, y'all. I helped y'all through the climb. I helped y'all through the climb. And look at my target about to hit. Watch. Psychological target. Psychological target. Told you. Easy to read, baby. And then I said from that price point, what's your next possible target? 712.39. Didn't I say the buyers are trying to go back in that range? Didn't I not say if buyers have it? Their goal is to go back into that range right here. 712 to 716. Go back to a 15-minute time frame. What did I tell you guys? Primo, thank y'all. Learn from the best. And again, shout out to Primo, shout out to Chubb, shout out to Hardware, to all my guys who helped me become the trader that I am. So let me give my shout out and my flowers to them, man. Because if it wasn't for them, I wouldn't be on that level where I'm at. Because I needed that challenge. Shout out to my goats. So thank y'all. Thank y'all, man. I appreciate y'all for helping me get on my level. So guys, look, let me go to the 15-minute time frame real quick.
It's kind of
15-minute time frame.
It shouldn't be repeated.
What did I tell you the buyers was trying to do?
Pretty soon.
I broke it down to y'all
Inflation that we're getting
to a science. Look right here. We looked at the range, right? And what did I say? I said the buyer's goal is to reverse right here. Off of that 70, if I said they hold that 708, 708, 78, they're going to reverse back on up. 711, 28, right? I said that's right there where your 200-day moving average is. I said if they go for a stronger push, their goal is to go back up towards 712.39. Get above 712.39, that's going to put you back in that old range between 712 bottoms and 716 tops. 716 is your new 52-week high. And look right here in the past, guys. Last time you held what? 712.39. How far did you push? 715s to 716s. Look at the range. Bottoms, rotated. Now you can't see it here because it happened during I think it was a Sunday. It was a Sunday. I think we got a 716 push. So you can't see it on the intraday chart here, but that's where that other target area is. Buyers are trying to go back in this range, guys. They're trying to slowly slither their way back in that range. Once we break above 712.39, that's going to put us back in that range. But watch your 712.39. Could we run up and get rejected and pull back? Or will buyers break through that price point, thus putting us back in this old, newly range here? And look how easy I call these price points. That's it. Easy. I didn't make nothing difficult. Same price points. Called out every one. AMD, what I told you guys. You get above that 334, look for your possible move up to 336, 338. For the targeted price of what? 340. Take your time to understand your price points. Every stock has a personality. Just have to understand what it is.
I will stay until I feel it's appropriate for me to leave. And yes, that is really.
Now, after the 711.28, what's your next target up, guys? 712.39.
I'm not looking to be.
Will that be a tougher resistance?
High profile.
Yeah, 9 times out of 10. Unless we have enough buyers to push through, your seller's going to be sitting right here waiting. So between 712.39 and 712.50-ish, you're going to have sellers sitting there waiting as those buyers pushing back up. Why? Because that's a psychological level. We didn't hit towards that area. Pull back. Even if you go back a little bit. Around that 712, pull back. Let's go back a little bit. Last week, 712, pull back. Notice that. Psychological levels. When you on top of 712, you bounced. Notice how that 712 acted as support and also acted as resistance. That's also another pivot point towards the upside. So you're pulling up to a pivot point like a magnet. Pretty much. You leave from it, you'll return to it.
That with the benefit of hindsight, you would take a mulligan on.
You leave from it, you return to it. Notice that? You leave from it, you return to it. Notice your psychological levels, guys.
Tried to do what we think is best for the American people.
You leave from it, where do you think buyers are trying to go?
Congress has given us. It's been very
I don't make nothing difficult. I make it as easy for you guys to understand it. Easy. Easy, easy, easy.
And that's just a very different situation than for a very long time what the Fed and other central banks were doing all the time was.
Like I said, I'm giving y'all as much information and knowledge as I can because I told y'all next week is my small account challenge. I'm going to be focusing on my trades. I'm just letting you guys know. So I'm doing as much as I can this week. Monday, I'm going to be focusing on my trades. So that's why I'm trying to help out as much as I can. So just take advantage of it. Because Monday, I'm holding in on my trades. I'm going in. I'm telling you right now, I'm going to be fully focused. I'm going straight in.
Of the work that I've done, that my colleagues and I have done during these
So watch now. Your 711, 28, tops, 712.39. So watch this price point up to this price point. Will we get that continuation push? The way that we build it up, as long as those buys stay above 711.28, your next level up, 712 to 712.39. That'll be your next leg up. So notice you're getting a little bit of a battle right here. That's an important number. That's an important price point. They hold, you have room to push your way back up. Sellers get it, you have room to pull right back down to what price point? 710.28.
Has made the same decision the United States has made, and that is that they want to take the making of monetary policy, the setting of interest rates to support the economy to achieve maximum employment and price stability. You want to take that.
But I'm ready for the small account challenge though. I'm ready. Hey, Chuck, did I show you the and Jew? Did I show y'all the setups for each phase? The little themes for them? Chuck and Primo, I don't know if y'all seen them. I got a theme for each one. They nice. I ain't gonna lie, they nice. I was sitting there designing from phase 1, phase 2, phase 3. Look, no, let me show you, Jew. Hold up. Let me bring it up. Let me pause this real quick. So for phase, I got all my phases lined up in a row. So phase 1. So for phase 1, let me put the music back on too. I mean, I done heard enough for drone power speak. We already know what's taking place. So we done with all that. All right, we'll focus on the stocks. So, okay. So from phase 1, this is gonna be the first one. That's gonna be Monday. This is gonna be Monday's little meter that I'm gonna be having set up on Patreon, Discord, and Twitter and all of that. So phase 1, this is the meter. So starting off with $100, every time I hit every single profit mark, it's gonna light up in green, all the way till I get to phase 1's target goal, which is $50,000. So once that phase is complete, then we go over to phase 2. Phase 2 is a little bit different. It goes all the way to phase 4. So phase 2, let me go to it. Go to it. Oops. There we go. So phase 2 is from 60,000 to 100,000. That's phase 2's theme. All right. Phase 3. So I got different things set up for them. So I was sitting there designing stuff just to have fun with it. So phase 3 is from 100,000 to 500,000. That's phase 3. And last but not least, the main one where we cross that finish line at, ladies and gentlemen, is going to be phase 4. So that'll be this one. So you got all the themes. There you go. From 500,000 to that $1 million mark. So we're going through all 4 phases. I don't care how long it takes. We're going through it. You streaming? Yeah, Traedz live. Yeah, no. I'm gonna be the small accounts challenge starts Monday. So we're gonna do phase 1 first, and then after we finish phase 1, we're going straight into phase 2. Then from phase 2, phase 3, all the way to phase 4. So y'all see all the themes right here. Phase 4, 500 to $1 million. Phase 3, 100,000 to 500,000. Phase 2, 60,000 to 100K. And the first one we're gonna be starting off with is $100 to $50,000. That's gonna be phase 1. And so we got four themes, 4 phases, and so forth. So that's all. So again, these are gonna be posted up, guys, on Patreon. I might put in Discord, Twitter, and depending on if YouTube allows me to do it, because I know with YouTube you gotta reshape and resize. That's the only thing I hate about YouTube posts. The pictures gotta be a certain size. I hate that. But for sure, Patreon, Discord, Twitter, and also I have a Twitter that's gonna be pretty much dedicated to the trading challenge. And I'll post a link once we get everything geared up on it. But it is gonna be a twitter.x.com/tradathon. Let me go to it. So this is where we're gonna post the first. I think I posted the first meter, but I'm gonna have to change it up soon because I upgraded it a little bit. Let me go to it real quick. Tradathon. There we go. So y'all can see it for yourselves. So if you want to follow the Twitter or my JTraedz Twitter account, it's gonna be posted on both of them. So we're gonna have a page dedicated to the Tradathon, towards each phase. So, and again, I'm gonna have the meter pinned on each one, so it stays to the top, and you can see where we go, and then it shows you the current balance, starting balance, and end goal. So it's always gonna update whether I make profits or I lose. It's gonna change. The current balance is gonna change regardless. So we getting everything geared up, guys. I'm ready though. I'm ready. I got this small account challenge ready to rock and roll. No problem, Drew. Like I said, I'm gonna have everything like my live stream. What I'm doing is gonna be on here. I got a little platform. This is the one for my live stream. So I'm gonna have one set for Tradathon, which is gonna be pretty much the same exact setup, but I'm gonna have the P&L on this side. So you can see my P&L, you can see my active ladder, you can see when I get in a trade, get out of a trade. So y'all can see that everything is gonna be right in front of y'all. Everything's gonna be authentic. You'll see the P&Ls in real time and everything else. So We gearing up. We getting ready. I'm ready. I'm excited. And I mean, and to have you guys a part of the challenge with me. Oh, and also, let me show y'all. I'm working on it. I'm still working on it. Let me see if it's gonna. I'm working on it. Give me some time, and I'm gonna just show you. But some of y'all seen it already. So when the account grows, y'all can see everything. So let's go into the casino lobby. This is where we're gonna be doing the cash prize giveaway. So bear with me. In a matter of 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go. So this is gonna be casino lobby. We're still working on it. I'm still trying to put everything together. Trying to get the wheel and everything to spin. So once we pick random people to win certain prizes, the wheel is gonna spin. It's gonna say the amount, whatever. So this is gonna be the area where we come to for the cash prize giveaways. And oh, I didn't show you my other lobby, So this is my old lobby. I know I gotta update it, man. That's how long it's been since I've been on all these lobbies. So you go to the other lobby. This is our chill lobby, Let's go. My chill lobby, baby. I got arcades. You know, you want to play a little bit of pool. You want to go ride the train. You want to ride, get in on the helicopter. Drink a little bubbly. Play some basketball. So this is my chill lobby. When we're not trading and we just relaxing, getting our mind off of things. This is the like chill, laid back lobby. So yeah. He said, let me board the chopper. AMD guys, 340. We about to go back. Why let you borrow the chopper, Chubb, so you can bring it down like the market? Nah, I'm joking. But yeah, guys, so we get everything prepared. We getting the casino lobby done. We'll have the of course the lunchroom lobby, and of course the conference room lobby. That's what we're gonna be breaking down when we start to do the boot camps. So this is the conference room lobby. Then after that, we'll go back to the charts. So, welcome to the conference room. So, where we'll break down, we go over, boot camp lessons where we can focus. Right now I'm working on the BBM, on the Breaking Bad method, trying to help a lot of traders get over their, things that's stopping them from becoming traders. Wrong mindset, not having a detailed game plan, work ethic, unstable work ethics, loser trade syndrome, losing money per trade, lack of track, LOT, and the main one that we all go through, even I do it, not having enough patience. So we're going to have 2 lessons. So we're going to do the BBM, the Breaking Bad method. And then, of course, we're going to do the ELE, which is the environment, levels, entries, and exit. So just trying to always identify your environments. As I told you guys, your market goes through 4 states. All you have to do is identify what are your 4 states. Your 4 states, guys. You're either going through a trending state, ranging state, which is a range, a channel, breakout state, or reversal state. And let me move it out the way so I can see the whole entire lobby. So, see my little lobby? Boom. Got my little water fountain in the back. My little screen where I got Jerome Powell in the middle, whatever. And so forth. But yeah, we still working on everything. Will you? Yeah. I'm gonna be doing live. Yeah. Once the trade-a-thon kicks off, Jenna, it's gonna be focused on my trading. That's it. So y'all gonna be bearing with me throughout every trade that I'm doing throughout every phase until we hit that mark. Until we're going to phase 4 in the trade-a-thon and be done with it. So yeah. So hope y'all like the lobby. Let's go back into the charts. Let's go. My bad. But yeah. So I'm glad that you guys enjoyed the lobbies. We get everything set up. We getting the casino one set up for the cash prize giveaways. And yeah, man, I'm ready. I'm excited. So I can't tell you how long the journey gonna be, but we're gonna do it. So we're going from first phase 1, $50,000. Phase 2, $100,000. Phase 3, $500,000, and then phase 4, $1 million. So y'all gonna be with me throughout the whole journey. I'm not gonna take not one trade and you guys not be there. I'm not doing that. So starting Monday, even if it's a day I don't trade, during those times, if I'm not trading on one of the days, we'll just do like we're doing right now. When we're going down through charts and helping you guys out. If you are trading that day and I'm not, I'm gonna still help you guys out, with your trading or whatever. And then when when I do trade, I'm gonna be focusing on, of course, my trade. So yeah, I'm excited. I'm ready. I'm ready. ready. Gonna do this. We're gonna do this together. We're gonna do this together. So I'm ready. I'm excited. So we're gonna start off small. Start off small, of course. $100. We're gonna, $20, $50, whatever the case may be, until my the account grows. Then, of course, $100, $200, and just keep it going from there. Now, where I take some big trades, I might get a little cocky. I say about maybe once I cross, about 10,000, 20,000, I might get a little, make it a little cocky with it. But I'm starting off in baby steps. Baby steps. I'm gonna be doing that. So I'm gonna be focused on my setups. Cause I was still trying to. Well, I know for sure I'm gonna be looking at SPY, Tesla, CRWV. Now, what I'm gonna trade with SPY, I'm gonna tell you right now. It all depends. I might use SPY itself, or I might use like TQQQ or SQQQ, because you can still make money off of those stocks. Because I can show y'all. TQQQ, which you already know follow SPY. So even on those small accounts or small contracts, I was looking at them today. They move pretty well. So let me see the cheapest ones. Move from 30 cents to like 77 cents. So I mean, still good. And then one was 70 cents to $1.14. Another one was $1.06. Lows, highs of $1.60. So, and again, y'all know me. I'm gonna be slow and steady. 110%, boss. Exactly. And guys, even throughout my trades, I'm still gonna stick to the 10 cent, 20 cent method. Drew, you already know about it. We talked about it. I'm just gonna still stick to 10 cent, 20 cents. That's what grew my account last time. When I was trading CRWV, all I did was get in as my account got bigger. I stayed in the area of 4 to 5 contracts, and I stayed right there. And my money just kept going. All I kept doing was scalping. So off of 4 contracts, 5 contracts, you're making about every 10 cents. You're making between $40 to $50 every 10 cents. Once you go to 20 cents, all you do is double that. So you're making between $80 to $100, and you just rinse and repeat it. And that's all I'm gonna keep doing. I'm not trying to be greedy and be selfish, I'm gonna keep it simple. Keep it very, very simple. Slowly grow it. And it's all about consistency. Just like Primo was saying, slow and steady wins the race. And I agree 110%. So all I'm gonna be doing, guys, is understanding my charts Monday through Friday, understanding the range Monday through Fridays, understanding my resistance, understanding my support. Not just that, what else could be coming out within that week? Do we have some economic data, earnings, anything of that nature that could give the market a boost or hurt the market and give the market a pull? But I'm going to be looking at the overall direction and the overall psychological levels. So, like I said, the reason why I went out this week for you guys, I want to help out as much as I can, because Monday, I'm locking in. So that's why I was really badly taking trades this week, to help out as much as I can. Because I know a lot of people still going to bombard me with questions. I already know they're still coming. Which I don't mind doing it. But I want to really focus on my trades. So that's why this week I wanted to take as much time as I could with you guys. So I wanted to put you guys first, help you out as much as I can, make you understand and to see that the market is not hard to trade. Understanding levels are not hard to see. Patterns are not hard to see. So that's why I was trying to do as much as I can. So once I let you guys out in a while, so I mean, also you learned that this morning. Primo was a part of it. What Jen and them, also I was trying to make you understand those charts, and you was catching on, and you started to understand it. You understood the pattern. You didn't overcomplicate nothing, and there wasn't really no questions asked. You kind of was already on top of it. So that's why I said shout out to you, Jenna, Nadia, all of y'all, because y'all know this. Y'all got this. But think about it, guys. If I can do it, Primo can do it, Hardware can do it, Chubb can do it, you guys can do it. It's not hard at all, because we had to learn. We had to start from somewhere. We wasn't born out of the womb knowing the stock market. No, we had to learn. We had to learn from mistakes and not do the same thing twice and better ourselves. You know, understand our reward levels, our risk levels, and so forth. Knowing when to trade, knowing when not to trade. Again, go hard when the market is easy. You take it easy when the market is hard. Meaning that, okay, if the market is easy and it's very volatile, man, yeah, go in. You know, go in and make as much as you can, but still be careful. Now, when the market is hard, basically a lot of choppiness, it's hard to kind of read it, take it easy. Go for small trades. Don't have to go big for it. You're still making good amount. You're making good profits. Even through the choppiness, you're still making bank. But take it easy. Take it easy when the market is hard and go hard when the market is easy. Plain and simple. So, and y'all get to see my way of thinking, what I'm about to do, what I'm about to look at. And so, we're going to knock it out the park. And don't forget, guys, today we have 4 earnings coming out from the blue chips. You have Amazon, Google, Meta, and Microsoft today. Tomorrow we have Apple. So keep everything on watch. And see how I put my lines up? I mean, look how easy it is to read these. Uptrends, U-shaped pattern breakouts. I mean, it's not hard. I mean, it's very simple to read this stuff, man. You just gotta stop putting so many stocks underneath your belt. You can't read every single stock. You can't watch every single stock. Stick to about 2 to 3 and focus on them. That's it. Because, guys, how many charts I normally have sitting up here? 3. Because I know that's how many I can watch. I don't try to overcomplicate it. Again, I have my watch list to help me out on, you know, which ones are the top gainers, which ones are the traders mainly paying attention to. I go off of percentage levels, especially in my blue chips. That's why I have AMD right here. Because why? Top gainer. Followed by Amazon, then Google, then Meta. So that's how I make it easy for myself. And as I was talking about it yesterday, man, set you up a watch list and customize it. I have one set for earnings. I have one set for ETFs. I had another set for, I think I have just a regular watch list. So I think I'm going to be using a regular watch list because that's going to be what my trades that I'm going to be watching. So I'm going to keep the blue chip here, of course, buying them. And I'm going to have my custom watch list where I'm going to have my favorite stocks that I'm going to trade off on. So Tesla, CRWV, and that's crazy, boy. I got Primo hooked to CRWV. I got him hooked because at one point he wasn't even paying attention to it. Like when I first started, when I joined the community, I was always calling out CRWV, CRWV, CRWV. I got him hooked to it now. He love it. He got hooked to it. He got me on the PL. It's like we traded. He got me on the PLTR. I got him on the CRWV. And they killing it. But that's where it comes in at. We work together as a team, you know. But you also got to remember, guys, it's not about what you want to trade. It's what the market is telling you that's being traded. Just because you want to trade in the, let's just say, for example, you want to trade in the video, but nobody's watching it, you know, and it's not doing anything. You got to focus on where every majority of, you know, traders are located. Why do you think I have this set up like the way I have it? By percentage levels, based on where more of the attention is being brought to. AMD, Amazon, Google, Meta, and all the way down into the red. I don't focus on. Now, don't get me wrong. I'll look at the ones in the red to see where the bottoms are located. Now, I will do that. Like Apple, Tesla, Microsoft, and NVIDIA. See how these bad boys in the red? Normally, when I see them, like, you know, in the -1s, -2s, hell, even in the -3s, you know, when they're falling, I'm looking to see, okay, where's the bottoms at? Because they could be setting up for something later on. They could be setting up for a possible bounce. You know, so that's the things I look out forward to as well. So I do take that into consideration when I do see them in the red to see, okay, where are the low areas at? Where are we coming down to? Is it a strong, you know, strong area where we could bounce later on? I set up for that too. So just because it's in the red, I don't ignore it. I take a look at it real quick to see, you know, are we coming down some, you know, down towards some true bottoms and so forth. So when I see like NVIDIA and them in the red, I'll take a look at the chart. I'll just try to see, okay, how much lower are we going to come down to? Okay, I see 209, 208. Then I go into my bigger chart to see, man, are these some good bottoms that I can utilize for later on? You know, could buyers, you know, take advantage of that? So I'll go right into either my 15-minute time frame, my 1-hour time frame, and try to understand where's the psychological levels on the downside where buyers could come in and look at a bargain area to push it back to the upside. So when I see the video like this looking weak, Now I'm just trying to identify, okay, where's some good bottoms that could be presenting itself soon. That's all I do. So I don't ignore it. I do look at it. So, because I see that we're coming back down from these tops, 216s. I know we back down towards the 210s. I know 210 is going to be a crucial level. If we do crack 210s, what's going to be the next secondary bottoms? And that's what I look for. I try to set myself up for the upside, for a possible bounce. So you can also do that as well. I mean, think about it. How you think AMD got ramped up? It was buyers that bought the bottoms on AMD, and that bad boy turned into a beast. So think about it. Think about all the buyers who bought in at bottoms on AMD, you know, before it started going a monstrous run. They had a way better reward level, and now they just riding this bad boy on up. You can do that with any stock. Even on the upside, if you put buyers, if you see the market like AMD going up, identify where those tops are located. Identify where the psychological level is where sellers can come in and yank. We know for sure for today, what did we run up to? 340. Okay, mark down your 340. Now we know that area is going to be a top, so we do run back up to the area in due time. We can possibly utilize that for another double top, but try to get an edge on your charts. That's it. Get an edge on it. Just try to identify, okay, how do we perform today? We know today we went down as low as 320s, pushed up as high as 340s. Damn near what? $20 push, $20 runner today. So now, if we do go for a hard pullback, now can sellers come in and yank from 340s, damn near back down into the 320s. So if they miss that ride on up, instead of chasing, they're going to play the move right back on down. But you got to keep in mind, we're not going to come all the way straight down. You got to think about it. It's going to be certain levels that we're going to hit first before we get that continuation downside. Breakout level was where? 334, right? From 340, 9 times out of 10, they're aiming for where? 334, your old breakout zone. You always got to take these levels into consideration. Just understand that the personality of each stock, it'll help you. It'll go a long way. No matter what you're looking at. SPY, what did I tell y'all? Watch what price point? 711.28. Where did we pull back underneath? 711.28. I said we pull back down. You're gonna come down to what? 710.28. Bam. You see how quickly I identified the range that quick? Because I already had my price point set in motion. I told you guys, if we don't get a breakout above that 711.28, we can pull back down to now what? 710.28. Look how easy I identified those price points and the range and the psychological movement to it. Easy. So take your time. The market, don't make it complicated. Take your time. And again, if you're trading options and you know you don't want to trade pre-market and you don't want to trade intraday, turn it off. If you're using TOS, go to your options, go to equities, go down to extended hours, which is pre-market and post-market. Take it off, hit apply. All this now is going to show is what? Your intradays. Tuesday intraday, Wednesday intraday. Notice they connect together and they also make a pattern together. Look at the psychological level. 712, pullback. 712, pullback. 712, pullback. 712, pullback. Bottoms. 708, 710, bounce. 708, 710, bounce. So you notice the transition, you notice the rotation. So you know where to get in at to avoid the consolidation, getting caught in the choppiness. So just make it easy for yourself. Don't make it complicated. So I got about what time it is? Just about to be what? 3:40. Oh no, I'll stay on with y'all guys till the bell ring. I'll be leaving, but once I leave, guys, don't forget you have earnings coming out today after the market close. You got Amazon, you got Google, you got Meta, and you have Microsoft today. Tomorrow you have Apple. So you got those 4 coming out today. Don't forget. Don't forget. And also, again, write down your top gainer for the day in the blue chips. AMD. Watch your AMD chart going into tomorrow and Friday. Play the ranges. Understand the setups from today, tomorrow, Friday. That's it. Mark them off. Same thing with SPY. Mark them off. Mark your levels off. So. Because I do have to run. I'm gonna leave around what time it is on my end? 2:45. So yeah. So once the bell rings, I'll be heading on out. So if y'all have any questions, comments, and concerns, guys, do feel free to reach out to me. And again, if you are enjoying the content, guys, if I have earned your love and your support, man, please do your boy a favor. Go to my YouTube channel under JTraedz. Smash that subscribe button. It goes a long way. If y'all ready to subscribe, y'all already know what to do. Run up those likes. Run up the likes, because the algorithm, it does go a long way. It does help the channel grow, help us expand, get bigger and bigger and bigger. More things we can do. If you're on Twitch, follow or subscribe to avoid the ads. But thank you guys so much for all your love and support. I definitely appreciate y'all for everything, because I wouldn't have made it this far if it wasn't for you guys. So I thank y'all. Primo, Chubb, Hardware, my trading career wasn't for you guys. Thank y'all. So I always give everybody they just do. You know, they respects, man, for everything. So I appreciate everybody. So keep on watch your SPY. So watch your range or watch your setup. 710.28 holding. We know we need to break above what? 711.28 in order for us to get up to what price point? 712.39. So keep it on watch. Keeping everything on watch. Everything on watch. Could they squeeze towards the end of the market? They could. Because they like to normally do crazy stuff in Power Hour. So, especially before the earnings come out. We'll see how they about to prep themselves up before earnings come out. You know, could they go for a possible squeeze up? Possibility. Could they try to go for a pullback down? Possibility. We'll see. What time it is? So 3:47. Yeah, cause normally around as soon as they get close, they like to try to do something crazy. We'll see. That's when their manipulation. Well, Power Hour to me is manipulation hour. But we'll definitely keep our eyes peeled to see what how we're gonna close out. So the question is, before we close out and SPY, again, longs, you want to stay above 710.28. And then we want to go for that break above 711, back into the 712, pretty much back into that range. Shorts, you want to stay underneath that 711.28, double top them right here, yank them back on down, 710s, back down towards the 708s. You want to create some type of a, like, cup. You want to create a cup. Like I said, longs, you want to create more of an uptrend. So let me draw it out real quick before I do head on out from both standpoints. Real quick. Let me go to Windows. So longs, you want to proceed from the 708s, 78s, 710s. You want to get that coat. You want to continuously coast your way up into that range, into the 712s and on up. That's your longs. That's what you want to create. You want to create that uptrend going into tomorrow. Shorts, you want to keep them. If again we don't go for that breakout, because we know what the strongest resistance is. If they do go for a push, keep them underneath that 712. But right now, as of now, if they don't do anything, you want to keep them underneath that 711.28. Yank them back on down towards the 710.28. Back down to the 708s, because the goal is to get to what? 705 to 702. That's what you want to see. So, but see how easy it is, guys? I mean, look how simple it is. I know these other people, gurus and all of this, man, they break out. I mean, dude, it's so easy to read. Just take, again, past chart areas and use them to the best of your ability. That's about as easy as I can break it down to you. Take past chart areas and just utilize them till they're no longer needed. In other words, utilize them until we either break out of our box. And I'm gonna show you another simple thing. Very simple. Because I know cause the minute I mentioned box, I just thought about it. Let me go to, all right here. All you want to see from this area, or from this, how we're gonna come out of this box. How we're gonna come out of this box of 711.28 and 708. This is your box. That's what you want to focus on. You break out of that box, 711.28, and pull back. 9 times out of 10, what price point are they going to use for support? Now what? 711.28. You get a breakout on up and pull back. 9 times out of 10, what they're going to try to utilize? 711.28 to utilize for support, because now it's, now we're above that price point, to try to maneuver our way back up to the upside. 712, 714s, and so forth. Now, short side. You want to crack back below the 710s, because again, we want to come out of this box on the downside. Even if we pull back on down, for example, let me show you on the downside. So okay, say this, we crack 708, 78s, right? Down towards the 705s, and we so happen to get a bounce back on up. What's going to turn into resistance? 708.28, because no longer support. Now resistance back down that way, thus doing what? Giving you a continuation of a downtrend. So you see how I just use those same price points and just use it to the best of my abilities, understand the psychological levels. That's it. Use those price points until we no longer need it. So that means as long as you stay up here, don't worry about these prices until you get back above 712. Focus on where you're at right now. Focus on where you're at right now. We in the areas of underneath 712s down to the 708s. Focus on this area here until we break out, and then we'll no longer need these areas. We'll focus on now the new range. We'll focus on 712s and these price points that way. We crack on down this way, then we're not going to focus on this. We're going to focus on the level where we at. Tops, mid areas, and this way. That's it. So don't make it complicated. Just focus on the area of the range that we at right now. You know the price points that we need for the upside. You know the price points that we need on the downside. Simple. Simple, simple, simple. So make it easy. And you can do that with any stock. Put in place your price points. Understand, guys, all the market does is rotate. It rotates up, it rotates down. The only difference, when it comes down to the rotation, it may rotate in a different range. That's it. Once you identify yourself with the range, whether it's down or whether that range is up, understand the range and understand the psychology. So that means when you bounce up and we already have a top, understand, just watch on how that level is going to play out. Will sellers psychologically play off that same price point at those tops and rotate back on down. Vice versa. That's just like if you rotate on down. Understand that psychological buy area, psychological demand zone, where we can bounce off of that and then rotate back on up. All the market does, guys. The market, the stocks, they all are set to rotate. That's it. The market just rotates. That's all it is. It's a big rotation device. Up and down. Up and down. It don't matter whether it's uptrending, downtrending, going sideways. It's still rotating. It's still rotating no matter which way you look at it. It's uptrending. You're still rotating. Down towards the uptrend, bouncing. Towards the uptrend, bouncing. Because it's creating a what? Just like what it's doing right here. Rotating. Bounce. Bounce. But notice you're still rotating between the uptrend. You're coming down from these tops down to these bottoms, but notice the uptrend is still holding in place. You hold these bottoms, you bounce off that trend line, all you're doing is rotating your way right back up to a zone. The market rotates, man. You just have to understand the direction of it. Whether it's an uptrend, downtrend, sideways, U-shaped pattern, inverted cup, it always creates a rotation. Don't get misconstrued or confused by that. Overall, the market just rotates. It rotates to a certain targeted price point down, and it rotates to a certain targeted price point up. That's it. It's psychological numbers that repeats themselves. That's it. What a lot of people do, they don't look at that. They get caught in the choppiness. Chop, chop, chop. They get into the worst days, the worst trading range, and then they start to curse. It's too choppy. That's letting you know you don't have to trade every day to make money. You don't. Some people will wait for those psychological levels, then they jump into a trade. Some will do that. They don't have to trade every day to make money. They'll do this. Some of them will have their line set in place, like for SPY, for example. They'll wait for psychological levels to just replay the same thing over and over and over. Notice how that 712 worked as what? It's a pivot point. It acted as a support, and it acted as resistance. Now that we cracked underneath 712, all they did was replay the same price point. Put. That's it. Then on the upside, 712. All they waited for was the bounce. 712. Bounce. Bounce. Got that call. Back to the upside towards the new price point. Even if we go, alright, guys, even if we go back on up, 9 times out of 10, those sellers are going to play off that same exact price point until we break above it and create new highs. But as long as that bad boy stays as resistance, they're going to play the same exact price point. Look what they did at 712. Pull back. 712. Pull back. 712. Pull back. Upside. 708. Bounce. 708. Bounce. 708. Now you notice the psychology behind it? That's all they do. So instead of getting caught up in all the choppiness, they wait for the true areas. Whether it's up or whether it's down. That's how some traders do. They'll wait for those targeted areas where they'll have a better reward and better risk level. That's all they do. So that means that you don't have to trade every day to make money. Because where did they buy in at? 708. Once, twice, double bottom, back on up. Towards where? 71128. Trying to go what? For a U-shaped pattern. See how easy it is to identify all of that? Your psychological levels. And then understanding the pattern right behind it. Identify your levels first. And then understand the pattern. That's it. That's it. Because we already know what we need to. We need to break above what price point? 711.28 to get to what? 712. And we know that area is going to be a what? Strong resistance. So the question is, just keep it on watch. Will buyers break through all the way? Or will we run up to it and get rejected? Watch that level and play off of it. So we got about 4 minutes, guys. About to soon be heading on out. I know the bell will soon be ringing. Don't forget, after the market close, you got 4 earnings coming out today from the blue chips. You have Amazon, Google, Meta, and Microsoft. And tomorrow we have Apple. So let me give love to everybody, man, before I do head on out. Make sure I get that out the way so we can just have a smooth selling and getting the hell up out of here. So shout out to the team, as usual. W team. Shout out to my mods, as always. Thank y'all so much for the love and support. Appreciate y'all for everything that you guys do. Always, 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 always. So, let me get everything set up to sign on out. So, keep it on watch. Watch your range right here. 711.28, 710.28. You're in a dollar range. Longs, you need to break above that price point in order to get to that 712. Shorts, keep them underneath that price point, double top them for that pullback down to 710s down to the 708s. Because of what you want to do, create a what? Rotation. As long as that level can hold for resistance, top them out, and then rotate your way back down to these bottoms. Longs, we know we need to break above that price point to get back up to those highs. 712, because we know that's the start of that channel. We know that's going to be the bottom base. We need to get above that price point, so therefore we can enter into this red zone. Keep in mind, that's what? What are you now entering? Supply zone. So keep that in mind. So 2 minutes, guys. Gonna soon be heading on out. If y'all have any questions, comments, concerns, hit me up right now before I do leave the live stream. And like I said, next week, small account challenge, the trade-a-thon, and be ready to rock and roll. So if y'all have any questions, comments, concerns, feel free to hit me up about anything. Charts, contracts, whatever the case may be. You know, if y'all have any questions, I'm right here. If you're watching AMD or you're trading AMD, remember, as long as you hold that 334 level, you want to break above what price point next? 340. Understand the range on that. So all I'm doing is taking it, as long as you stay above that price point, utilize that as the new support, and add a new price point at where? 340. Because that'll be your range right in that area. Right there. From bottoms, and look at the rotation. Even starting from 334. Bottoms to tops. Understand it. And then also understand your pattern. You still are on a what? Uptrend. Alright, guys. Got about 1 minute. After that, I'm out. So, again, any questions, comments, concern? Hit me up. Other than that, I'll be seeing you guys tomorrow for Throwback Thursday. And will we have anything major tomorrow? Of course, you already know, guys. Every Thursday, if a holiday is not involved, you should have that locked in your head. Every Thursday, initial jobless claims, 8:30. That's automatic. Let me see. Anything coming out tomorrow important? Tomorrow. We have GDP, jobless claims. That's all gonna be important. Definitely keep your eyes peeled on that because that's gonna move the market. Chicago PMI 945. That's gonna move the market till they're right now. That's gonna move the market. Anything other than that? Nope. So, all right, guys. Bell rung, but like I said before, I head on out. GDP, jobless claims, personal income, anything dealing with income. You know, PMIs and all of that. ISMs. That's important. Always keep those locked in your head. 8:30. Boom, and then you got Chicago PMI. That's gonna be at 945. That's gonna help move the market. Anything Friday? ISM, see what I mean? So see how it start off? It's marked off. That means that's important. So ISM, PMIs, jobless claim, GDPs, durable goods, anything pertaining to the job, to the job market, always, it does have some type of effect on the market. Consumer confidence, consumer sentiments, PPI, well, not really PPI, CPI. What else I feel like I'm missing? Non-farm payroll data. That's normally always on Fridays. Because I'm so used to it. Because they always come out around the same times. Every single week and so forth. Like I said, jobless claims, that should be locked in y'all heads, guys. Because jobless claims is always every Thursdays. Again, if we don't have no holidays to get involved, it's always every Thursdays, 8:30. Non-farm payrolls is damn near always every Fridays, 8:30. Like I said, consumer sentiments, consumer confidence, ISMs, PPIs, CPIs, durable goods, GDPs. I think that's all of them. I think. Like, that's the main ones to focus on. And they normally always ranging around Wednesdays, Thursdays, Fridays, pretty much. You'll sometimes have some data on Mondays and Tuesdays, but more so, all your hype is always almost towards the mid to end of the week. So definitely keep that on watch. We're gonna see where we're gonna go, especially now that the FOMC meeting is done. Again, we still haven't hit the 2% interest rate. We know that for sure. We already got that information. Going into tomorrow. So remember, guys, after the market close, you got 4 earnings coming out, blue chips. Again, Amazon, Google, Meta, and Microsoft, to see on how that's going to be reacting. So keep your eyes peeled on that. All right, guys, about to be heading on out, man. You guys stay blessed. You guys stay safe. You already know what I'm about to say before I head on out. Maximize your reward, minimize your risk. Always put grateful over greed, and you will succeed every single time. Till then, guys, love you all. Stay blessed, stay safe, and I will see y'all tomorrow for Throw Bang Thursdays. Peace.
Subscribe for more content.